Hello, everybody. I think we're live, right?
Yes, we are.
We are live on Twitch. Look at that. And with technical difficulties.
Many technical difficulties. I'm so sorry.
Nah, you're fine. First stream doesn't count.
It's one of those days. But hi, everybody. Good to see you. While we try to work out our technical difficulties, because, Twitch and all that, welcome to the Gilded Flask, where adventure is never far. Oh, yes, this time in live format. Look at that. Glad to have you as our guests. My name is Barry, and I will be your Dungeon Master for today's campaign, and I am joined with these wonderful people around me. Plus one. There we go. Hi. Please introduce yourselves.
I'm Marissa. I am playing Casariel, the ASMR cleric.
Hello, I'm Daniel, the recovering human, playing John Varenthal, the Paladin of Midnight.
And Anne, I am. Go ahead.
Anne is our fantastic bard, Carla Lilacart, the eccentric College of Spirits bard.
Wonderful. If you've never visited our place before, and chances are you haven't, at least on Twitch, seeing as this is our first recording on Twitch, we do post weekly recordings of our playthrough on YouTube as well. So other than going live from today and every Saturday after, we are also going to post it on YouTube on every Monday at, if I do recall correctly, 3 p.m. EST or 9 p.m. GMT plus 2.
Perfect.
Yes. If you're curious about that and more, you can visit our socials, which you should probably find below, or you can go to thegildedflask.com for a complete list of all of our socials. As we are still relatively new, we don't have any sponsors just yet, hint, hint, but we do have a couple of awesome people that we'd like to shout out. First and foremost, Chandra and Paradox for our amazing character art that you will find throughout our streams. Then we have Piram King, James RPG Art, and DM Andy for creating the wonderful maps and content that we will be using. And last but certainly not least, Tabletop Audio, Scott Buckley, Phoenix Music, and Alexander Nakarada for the amazing musical scores that we will have throughout this campaign. Other than that, we have so many more people to thank, but these names are deserving of a legendary shout out. And with that, let's head into the tale.
Tell me, do you like ghost stories? I've been investigating people vanishing mysteriously into the night, never to return. It looks like I've found out where they've been.
Good evening.
I don't like this place. The air feels heavier.
Did you hear that?
What do you mean he's watching?
In this place, nothing is what it seems.
We come from an ancient land.
There's no time for this. What are you looking for?
This place has taken my father and my mother. It will not have me.
We gotta move, now.
Oh, I do love a good mystery.
Barovia is mine, and so are you.
I know it's our own intro, but I do love it. Wonderful. Okay, John reminded me of another point, which I think is pretty good to tell. For those of you that are joining us on YouTube, you might not know our stream schedules, because the people that are watching us live right now know that we're live right now. But in case you do want to come over to our Twitch, John, what are our active stream times?
Our active stream times are Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or sorry, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and midnight GMT plus 1? Question mark?
2, I believe.
2 plus 2.
Like around that midnight mark somewhere,
Yeah.
just look for us. Also, if you go to
Something in
our Twitch
Ireland.
channel, which is twitch.tv/The Gilded Flask, there is a schedule which will show you the exact time that we will be live in your time. So that makes it easier that you don't have to convert things and such.
Lovely.
All right. So, what did we get into in the last episode? So in the last episode, you guys woke up without any armor, without any items, without anything but the clothes on your back. Oh my, that's scary, right? You were hunted by some wolves. You got through the gates. You ran up the path into the land of Barovia. And at some point, you saw some lights flickering in the distance and you decided to go there. Came upon a beautiful mansion. And rain started pouring down. A couple of children stood in the road and asked you if you could please help them remove a monster from their house. And being the gracious heroes that you are, you walked right into that house in search of a monster, and oh boy, did you find one! Or did you? Looked around the house, you didn't find a lot. Well, you found some items back that were stolen from you. Not all of them, but some of them. You've been walking around the house, you have scoured 2 floors now. And other than the things that you had, a couple of them that you've recovered, John has found a rather interesting weapon. And you have found a companion in the form of a cute little pug that is still waiting for you at the top of the stairs. You are currently back on the first floor as you got into a little bit of a struggle, if you will, with a suit of armor that didn't like you guys, but you didn't like it back and you totally kicked its ass. So, because that's how that goes, right? So you're now back downstairs in the hallway with a broken suit of armor on the floor that is missing its weapon, because that's what John is currently holding. And with that, I ask you guys, what is your next move? Oh, there it is! It's so cool! John made it, and it's cool.
Okay.
Is everyone all right?
I've been better, but I think he is much more banged up. I point at John, who has fallen down a couple of flights of stairs at this point.
I nearly had a suit of armor dropped on me. I have to say, Carla, I'm rather impressed. That was something serious there, and you handled yourself admirably. I wasn't sure if you would be an asset in a fight, and I'm sorry to say that I ever doubted you. That was impressive.
You hold your own as well. I mean, I personally think if I'd fallen down that flight of stairs, I would have not been in as good of a condition as you are. Though you are quite a lot bigger than me, but I appreciate a compliment nonetheless. What's that weapon that you've gotten there? Let's have a look. Looks rather ominous.
It doesn't feel entirely right, but when I'm holding it, I feel more... I don't know, I feel more confident, and I'm not really sure how to explain it, but this place is...
Smash something.
I wasn't expecting much from this place. I mean, it just seemed like some rich house with some weird quirks, but then that was a serious fight that just took place, and we might need something like this. And he's just sort of going to fall into silence and contemplate.
Well, should we keep exploring then?
Yes, it would be better if we could find more stuff. What direction? You're
More
big,
stuff?
tall, and blonde.
Did you say more stuff?
Yes, more stuff. More stuff to collect. Clearly our stuff is being hidden here. I mean, my bagpipes were here, my quill, my ink, my ring, and I point to the ring that was given to me by the richest man in Waterdeep. I can't remember his name. It was long. Lots of B's.
I think.
Yeah, he sent me... If we found this ring, so our stuff was clearly placed here. Maybe your stuff is somewhere as well. Wouldn't it be much better if we could get that and then figure out what's happening with this house? Because it is weird. And there's clearly a mystery here. I mean, there's a mention of a basement and an altar in this letter that I found from Strahd. We should... Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself. I have a tendency to do this. Please, pick a direction and I will follow along.
John sort of looks at Casariel and shrugs. Do you want to continue looking around? Well, I think we're still looking. I'm still looking for this shadow monster or shadowy, whatever they said, something scary and dark.
She's gonna like shrug and just lean back, and as she leans back, it's like kind of upon a door, the door behind her. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should we go back upstairs? What?
Do you,
Like that. What?
there's a door behind you?
Oh, obviously that's what I meant.
Of course.
Now I'm gonna try to open it.
All right. The door opens up because it's a door, and that's what doors do. Revealing a bit of an odd, but kind of like interestingly decorated room, if I can call it that. It is rather well decorated. It's oak paneled all around, and it kind of looks like a hunter's den. You know, like one of those, like if you have a mansion, you have a room where you show like all the trophies that you've gotten through your years of experience shooting of animals. Above the fireplace, this time there's not a shield or a sword or whatever, but there is a stag's head, and most like strikingly around the room there are 3 wolves that are just put down as presumably as decoration. There's a couple of padded chairs that look rather well kept, made of leather, and it looks like almost unscathed. And there's a couple of cabinets around. And a table with a couple of chairs, yes.
I think John's just going to pull out one of the chairs and sort of sit down and keep an eye out, but also just sort of keep, I don't know, thinking. He's not used to that.
The sitting or thinking?
Thinking. He's sat down a lot.
I have to ask.
Carla is immediately going to go for the locked doors in the room and open up any cupboards or armoires she sees.
Awesome. One of the cabinets is the one that Casariel is standing close to. That one is actually unlocked. The other one is locked.
Okay, I'm going to use my dagger that I have now gained back, my push knife, and I'm going to quickly turn to this table. And is this a pipe on the thing here?
It sure is, yes.
Yeah, I'm going to pick up the pipe and kind of use both my push knife and like the end of the pipe as sort of like makeshift thieves' tools.
That's cool.
I like that. Okay, I'll allow it. Cool. You now have a very weird-looking set of thieves' tools that can potentially break at any minute, but for now, I'll allow it as thieves' tools.
Amazing. Okay. I'm going to try and jiggle open the lock.
See, this is why I love D&D. It's like that creativity. It's so much fun. Okay, cool. So you have a set of thieves' tools made out of a knife and a pipe. Sure. Make me a dexterity check on the cabinet. Let's see what happens.
Okay, so that's.
There's no way you're going to sleight of hand a pipe.
I mean, it is just kind of a brute object.
Yeah.
So that is a 14 plus dexterity, which is 3, so 17.
You open it.
Let's go! Let's go! Okay, sorry.
Oh man. Okay.
Rhubarb.
She opens it and then she takes the pipe and puts it at the end of her mouth. As she pairs the side.
Mental note for ourselves or whoever is listening at some point, if we're going to start making t-shirts, this is another one of those things we need on a t-shirt. Thieves' tools, pipe, and then a knife. Cool. Yes. So you open up the cabinet, and in there are actually some weapons. This is one of those like those actual armoires, because an armoire used to be a weapon cabinet. So a very classy armoire, and inside you find a couple of like old swords and spears, but you also find a couple of things that actually look rather interesting. Being one push dagger, so you now have potentially 2 if you want to keep it on you.
Absolutely.
You find a normal dagger, which has a small silver moon encrusted upon it.
Recognize this. And I hand it over to Casariel. Sorry.
Do I recognize it? I'm assuming yeah.
Yeah, that's yours.
Mine. And I'll like kind of rush over there and just look in the cabinet with her. After that.
And you both spot the last item that is in here, which is a beautifully decorated crossbow with little moons on it and a set of bolts. It is a moon's crossbow.
Is that yours as well?
Yes.
Oh, thank God.
All of my weapons. She'll sheath the dagger, I guess. Will she sheath the dagger? Do I have my dagger sheath? We'll just, yeah, right?
Excuse me.
It was in the cabinet with the dagger.
Totally. Yeah. It's like a cool leg one too. You know, like a really badass one.
Yeah.
So anyway, she'll just like sheath that back. All right. How did our things get here? What's happening?
Like Ngari made us stop before heading off in whatever direction he went in. Unless we find him here. What if he's in the house? What if he's fucking with us?
He's definitely fucking with us.
Oh, definitely fucking with us, yes.
Hearing that, John's gonna like look over them, then look furtively under the table. Does he see Lungari?
He does not.
Ah, good. He's not in here.
All right, I'll open the other cabinet.
Right. The other cabinet is indeed unlocked, and in the cabinet is just an assortment of wine glasses and whatnot, but between the wine glasses you spot a small wooden box, and curiously, on the bottom of this cabinet is a set of javelins.
What'd you find over there, Sorry.
Well, wine glasses, a box, and javelins.
Oh, wait. Are they my javelins?
There's small moons encrusted on them, yeah.
They are your javelins, as it turns out. As I inspect them closer, yes.
Ah,
So
fantastic. Thank you. I used to...
This is so convenient.
Yes, this is lovely.
What does the box look like?
Hmm?
What does the box look like?
It is a wooden box, but it's like an ornamented wooden box, not with gold filigree or whatever. It's just like nice woodman, like wood craftsmanship. It has a little latch on it. It's not locked, so it's just open the latch and it should open.
Okay, I'll open it.
All right. Inside is a deck of playing cards.
Cards? Is this anyone's?
I like cards. I mean, I usually like tarot cards, but playing cards can be handy.
All right. I'll just hand her the whole box.
I've never been good at card games.
No, you haven't.
Thanks.
Easy to get money from?
Not when Sari's playing with me, luckily. She helps me out sometimes, but I'm not playing cards.
This feels like a backstory moment.
About time.
We're gonna do one of those flashbacks that was making me nauseous.
She's gotten me out of a few cases of someone trying to hustle me. I've been taken once or twice, but that's why I stick around with her.
Kyla will take the cards and start doing like little tricks with them, like the flipping to side, shuffling them really quickly, and then like spread them out in her hand and be like, pick one. To John.
I'll just pick a card.
How are we going to determine what card it is?
Oh god!
I already did. It's a 15.
Wait, it's a 15?
I already did. It's a 15.
There's a 15 card? I've got a 15. I've never seen one of these.
What was
Sorry.
playing cards?
Do
Do you have
any
the card back
15s?
to? You have the card back to Carla?
Yeah, here.
When I look at it, what do I see?
It's an ace of hearts.
Go fish? I've forgotten the
Okay,
rules.
I don't know.
Oh.
I'm not actually good at cards. I'm better at dice. I put them away and took
If I poke her, she'll
into one of
probably
my
hit me.
pockets.
If I poke her, she'll probably hit me. I don't want to...
Carla's just going to stare blankly up at him like... You know what I said earlier about you being rather competent? Did you hit your head a little bit too hard going down the stairs?
I suppose we should move on.
Fez.
Yeah, bad. Are you all right, John?
I'm not going to dignify that with a response.
Yeah.
I've been hurt before, worse than this. You know, we've been in some scrapes. I've fallen down more than a few flights of stairs, so it's fine.
All right. If something else hits you really, really hard, are you going to be all right?
Well, we'll see how it feels after I hit it hard back.
Right. Does he look messed up? Is he bloody?
He shouldn't be, but I'll let him speak of his own quote.
I've like I don't know, maybe my clothes are a little bit frumpy after tussling with the armor, but all in all I look pretty fine, I think. I'm damaged a little bit, but not seriously.
You look fine.
Anything else in here we should look at?
I look pretty fly for a righteous guy. Sorry.
Nope.
T-shirt.
No, that should never see the light of day.
No.
All right.
We roll for psychic damage, right?
No.
Oh yeah.
I think we rolled for psychic damage.
Yeah, good point. Quick in between. This is a thing we're going to do henceforth, and we need to add that to the channel still for everyone that is watching right now on Twitch. Every single time there's a bad joke made, so I will probably be the butt of most of these jokes, but whenever someone does that, we roll for psychic damage. So,
And you guys
throw
roll
a d4 for that?
Your dice. Roll a d4.
Get your d4.
Ooh.
Alrighty, where's my lucky one?
I got a full 4 on that.
I got a 2.
I got a 1.
Let's
So
see.
take it.
I got 2.
2. So a 9 between us.
Oh
Yeah,
great.
that hurts. Oh, 9.
He's just
That
gonna
is not another roll, by the way.
He's just gonna stand up and like sort of look around the room a little bit, paying a little bit more attention to the wolves. He didn't really notice them on the way in. Is there anything that stands out about them, or do they just look like stuffed wolves?
They look really well made.
Hmm.
Like almost lifelike.
I was going to go over and try and sit on one. Presumably she's small enough to.
You can. Like, this is a steed for you. You can.
That's awesome.
Yep, so I'm just going to go and I'm going to kind of plank myself on one and put my hand on like its head and think for a moment about like where we are, what we're doing, what all this means.
I'll allow it for now.
We'll allow it for now. What does that
It's the
mean?
subtle words, right?
Oh. Ruh-roh, Raggy. I don't think this is good.
Try to go upstairs again.
Yeah, I think we've still got some places up there that we haven't seen.
All right, mind the armor.
Hmm.
I'm gonna just like glance back and give John like a shitty.
Mm-hmm. Well, I threw that thing down a flight of stairs. I think it should mind us.
Did you? Is that how it went?
Well, I mean, I think you did too, but anyway, I think we're just gonna go upstairs.
Wonderful. Before we go upstairs, I would like to take one very short, quick moment to point something out. Carla,
Yes.
or Anne rather, what is that on your, like, are you wearing a Dracula hoodie?
I sure am.
That is so cool.
Cool hoodie.
Nice.
I just saw that in the corner of my eye, like, I need to point that out. That is so cool. Okay.
I don't have the capacity to wear the hat today, but I thought I'd still be spooky.
Wonderful.
All good. Looks great.
Okay, so we're going to our first floor. There you are again. Stoker is still like up here, and as you come up here, he just turns around at you and goes like, "Arr!" and just stands there.
It's still loading in for me. There we go.
You are. Hi,
Hey.
buddy. Are you doing all right? That armor didn't hurt you, did it?
Sean's gonna give this set of armor a little bit more of a wide berth, but keep his eyes on
Oh,
it.
let me also just remove the one that was here because that was from the previous battle. Pardon.
No worries.
Here we go. That's no longer there.
So, of these ones, I think we've destroyed 2 of the swords. They've crumbled to dust.
Yes, as you touched them.
are-
The other 2 that are still standing there have pikes, not swords. And what did you want to know about them?
Sean's gonna go up to each one of them and just like try to remove the pike, just to disarm the statues.
crumbles to dust immediately.
Perfect. John's okay with that. I can handle these things if they're unarmed, but they were quite difficult to get through. I guess we're carrying on. Did you want to do anything else?
After you.
All right. And we're going back up.
The dog is following my icon. I'm so sorry.
No, it's perfect.
Okay, sorry.
Yep. Oh, okay, so do you want Stoker to come with you? Because you can.
Sure. I like pick him up under my arm and I sort of like pet his head and I'm like, what is happening here? As we're continuing up the stairs.
For now, I'll just count that as just being part of your token. As soon as you want to release him somewhere, just let me know and I'll just drop it. Yeah?
Thank you.
Awesome.
Wonderful. All right, you are no longer there, and that armor is no longer there. There we go. Look at me being prepared as a DM. I was just in time before it loaded in properly, so you didn't see what I just did.
I'm still on the first floor. The O2?
Oh, my bad.
All good.
There we go.
Cool. Love this music. Creepy.
It's so eerie, isn't it? I love this. This tune is actually by Tabletop Audio. For those of you interested, Tabletop Audio is a completely free platform that you can use all this music from. They do have a Patreon, and I'd highly recommend checking that out because it gives you so many more options for the music. But the base audio that they give is already amazing. This is part of their base audio, so go ahead and check it out. Tabletopaudio.com.
All right.
Look at us. All right, so you are on the second floor, and as I said before when you came up here, this floor decidedly looks less pretty. There's cobwebs. The lights haven't been turned on. There was a suit of armor here, which you can still see, but I can't really remove it because it's part of the background.
Fine.
It just looks less kept, if you will.
Sorry, I kind of ditched the sword. Would you be able to light up this? And he holds out the maul.
Of course. And as he holds it up to me, I'm going to just like inspect it a little bit closer. Because I've never heard him say that a weapon made him feel differently before. So I'm just going to inspect a little bit closer, and then I'll just touch it and cast light.
Roll me a roll me a d12.
12?
DMs come prepared for everything.
Haven't heard one of those in a while.
Okay. 3.
3. Okay. You touch the weapon to add light to it, and one thing you see is as you do that, usually when you do that with a dagger or a sword or whatever, it's like you turn on the light, right? If there were such an amazing invention where you could press a button and light would just start, it would look like that. However, in this universe, you touch this weapon and it shows light. It dims immediately again, and then it slowly starts up again and it emits light. So the way the spell acted on this weapon is just different. It's still giving light like you used to. It's just the way you started it is different.
I'm going to say that John didn't really notice. He's just sort of keeping an eye out for more statues.
Sure.
All right. So he's going to hold up the light and just make sure that they can see, and stand at the railing to make sure that if anything else happens, nobody's getting past him to get thrown off the railing. So.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to look down this hallway.
All right. I didn't really uncover that, did I? One moment. The hallway extends like around the corner over here just a little bit. And in its totality, you have a couple of doors to consider. There is a door where Carla is standing. She has a door to her side and to her other side. And just around the corner are another set of double doors with like a glass inlay, and another normal plain door just around the corner. So there's a lot of doors you can pick from here.
Well, what do we think?
The corner is not the most ideal for running away. Would we start with the other rooms? Or Should we start there? We possibly have more of our armor then that way. It's more hidden.
You know, why don't we just start at one end and then like work our way around to the other?
That works.
All right. So I'm gonna open this door next to me then.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
The door opens without issue, and over there you can spot a bathroom. The bathroom itself is, again, pretty unkept. There's some cobwebs. The bath itself is completely empty. There is a...
No, sorry, they were just doing a little dance of finding a space. It was great.
Oh, sorry. Please, no, sorry. There's a stove in here, probably to provide some heat also for the water for the bathtub. But other than that, this is a very boring room. The one thing that you will notice, though, is that on the side of the bathtub, like draped over it, is a suit of leather armor.
Oh. Does it look very familiar?
It might, yeah.
I'm going to go over and start looking at it.
That seems to be yours, yes.
Oh, thank goodness. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. And I'm going to start, like, pulling on the bits and pieces. Like, her leather armor is kind of incorporated into her outfit. So, like, she has, like, a vest that is, like, very smartly done in leather. And then she kind of, like, just flosses with the straps for a while until she can get it on.
Splendid. We'll give you 5 minutes for that, but you'll succeed because it's your armor. Come on.
Sweet.
And as I, like, finish putting it on, I'm going to kind of peek my head into the bathtub. Do I see anything ominous, creepy, weird?
Roll me a d6.
Ooh, exciting. That's a 6.
6. Carla, you look into the bathtub and expecting nothing in there. You look over the edge and stare directly into your own eyes. It's not a reflection of water. You are in the bathtub. You're lying there, motionless, with your throat slit.
I'm going to reach out and try and touch it.
It dissipates.
Well, this room is boring. Should we
Guys-
try another one?
You guys find anything in there?
Did you
No,
see
just a
that?
stupid bathroom. What?
I was in the bathtub. My throat was slit. It appeared to be an illusion. This place is seriously creepy. It's
Are you-
great.
You're saying that you just saw yourself in the bathroom with your throat slit?
In the bathtub, there was a visage of me with my throat slit. This
Horrifying.
particular floor is not... doesn't seem to be the friendliest. We should approach with more caution as we move forward.
John, do you want to lead the way into the next room?
Sure. He's gonna sort of like peek around the hallway and just look back to the area where they came, just to make sure that the statue's not there, and then he'll open this door and hold his weapon up and start moving in.
All right. Just before you open the door, you notice that on these stained glass windows of the door, there is a pattern that resembles a windmill.
That windmill keeps showing up.
You guys mentioned a windmill earlier. I wasn't really listening. What was that all about?
I'm just gonna like show him my shield. I'm just gonna like go. We just got a huge windmill on it. It's kind of a recurring theme.
Yes. Okay.
I root around until I find the deed to the windmill. We technically own it now? Because we have this and there's no name. So, handy.
Interesting. So he's gonna look in, holding the light.
By all accounts, seeing the fact that this is a decorated door rather than the other doors that are just plain, and the fact that there's a large double bed in here, like one of those beds, with curtains around it and whatnot. This seems to be the master bedroom. It's rather large. It's rather, it looks like it probably was pretty at some point, but again, badly kept. There's a lot of cobwebs, there's a lot of dust caked around. The fireplace is unlit. And looking inside the room, other than the large bed, you notice that there's a couple of drawers. There is a rug in front of the fireplace. There's a couple of chairs, and there is one of those. What do you call those? Like those tables with a is that like a vanity table or something, like the one with a mirror?
Table with a mirror on it, yeah.
Yeah, where you do your makeup and whatnot. That's over there as well, in the corner.
It's still hidden from us.
You peeked your head around the corner, right?
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna take a step in.
But sorry. Yeah, no. As in, like, I actually didn't reveal it. My bad.
No problem.
See, this is us using Foundry for the first time. My apologies.
So he's gonna take a step in and take a step to the right of the doorway so that he can get out of their way and they can come in as well.
I'm immediately going to go for the vanity and start rooting around in any drawers that are there.
Perfect. There's a lot of stuff on here, like little mirrors and whatnot. Most of them actually cracked, unfortunately. There's some brushes. The large mirror on the desk itself, it seems to be completely intact. There's one drawer, and on top of the table, there is a jewelry box.
I'm going to open the drawer first.
Right. In the drawer, you find nothing.
Give it a little tap at the bottom to see if it's a false bottom as well.
Roll me a investigation check.
Oh, right. Not bad. The dice like me today. Oh god, my thing is not up. Uh-oh. One moment. Technical difficulties.
I think we have the title for a recording on YouTube.
Yeah.
The case of technical difficulties. Okay. That would be... Oh, fuck. That's a dirty 20.
Ooh, dirty 20.
22.
Wow.
Never mind. 22.
Your investigative skills never cease to amaze, nor do they leave you in times of need. For you hear the sound of two planks hitting each other, signaling the fact that this is indeed a drawer with a double lid. So...
I'm going to try and pop it open.
Cool.
With my
you
push
can.
dagger.
Underneath, in a little bit of dust, there are two necklaces.
Oh, pretty.
Shaped in the form of a moon's crescent.
I take them out, hold them up, and then spin around to the other two, and I'm like, matching ones for both of you?
Ah, you found our sigils of Saloon.
And very much your holy symbols as well.
Awesome. John.
Is it my mother's necklace?
Yes, it is. Your mother's necklace was shaped in the crescent moon shape, right? Just trying to remember. But...
More or less. Sure. It's got a moon on it. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
Cool.
Everything I own's
So,
got a
yes.
moon on it. Yeah, totally.
So there were two, right? There were two? Was one John's?
It's one for you, John, and one for you, Kazariel. Yes.
This is fantastic.
Hold them up to you.
Well done. Thank you. This is...
Holla. It's my mother's necklace. Thank you.
You're welcome.
This was my necklace. Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome too.
Sorry.
Oh, that's better. All right.
You do look more yourself with it. You do.
Thank you. I feel more myself with it. That's all I have left of her, except for her journal, which...
We will find. We will.
Would it be okay if John essentially ties it around his left wrist and has it sort of like as... It's still a necklace, but he wears it as more of like an armlet kind of thing. Is that okay?
Yeah, I don't really see a reason to rule against that, for sure.
Cool. Yeah, I feel like it...
I think you're doing that out of... because it is a two-handed weapon, and if you want to use your holy symbol, you just have it like an easy reach.
Something like that. I mean, he could still do that with a necklace. He could still just, hold it and reach up. But it's more along the lines of, I like the idea of having different things on different hands, kind of thing. I don't know. We were talking about...
Rule of cool. I'll allow it. I like it. Yep. Smart thinking.
So,
fantastic.
Finished with the drawer, then I'm going to pop open the jewelry box.
Okay. The jewelry box itself, by the way, looks immaculate. This is one of those like vanity boxes, jewelry boxes with like silver and gold filigree, actual gold silver filigree. This is a very expensive box just by itself. You want to pop it open?
Absolutely.
All right. Inside the box, there's a couple of things. First off, there is a thin platinum necklace with a topaz pendant on it. Flawless topaz pendant. And other than that, there is a simple gold band in it.
I'm going to pocket both for later inspection. Nothing interesting.
All right. What else do we see as we take a look around this room?
You see the bed, which is, this used to be a pretty bed, but the sheets seem borderline moldy, sort of. Like, this bed hasn't been made in a very, well, it's been made, but it hasn't been touched in a very long time. Cobwebs everywhere. Couple of windows with some drapes in front of it. Some work in front of the fireplace, the fireplace is unlit. And in the corner of the room, there is there's a table with 2 chairs, yeah, you probably will also be able to notice the fact that there's a dumbwaiter over there. Like, that doesn't really require a roll. Like, you just see that there's a little door there.
Oh, is it the one that John is leaning against?
No, that is actually just a normal closet door.
Okay. Where's the dumbwaiter? Is it near the...
It's over there in the corner near the table. I don't know if you can see it, but it's...
Oh.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay,
No,
cool.
that's another door to outside, to the balcony. It's in the corner, like in the lower corner.
Bottom right corner? Okay.
There you are. Yeah, that one.
Huh, interesting. As far as they know, this is the final floor, right? They don't have any other floors to go up.
I can't see in your head.
Okay,
So,
well, I
don't
mean,
know.
when they went up to the staircase, there was no further staircase going up, right?
Right.
Okay.
That I can answer. And
Yeah.
there's no more
Cool.
staircases, indeed.
So
Yeah.
John he's kind of looking, he's on alert for what the kids said, like something that they didn't really know how to describe, but like an animal sound. He's on alert for something dangerous. Sort of. Yeah, not really looking around, but looking around.
So isn't it curious that the living quarters should be so moldy and unkept?
I think it's
Yes.
very odd that, I mean, downstairs, he pulls out the silver plate that he picked up earlier. He goes, everything was so clean and polished and nice.
Right.
This is,
Why should that be?
I don't know. Doesn't make me feel any more comfortable, I'll tell you that.
Nothing is as it appears to be. I do believe in my heart of hearts this is a trap, but there is more to it than we're seeing as well. I mean,
Is Ungari the owner of this house? What?
no.
Perhaps we should ask the children.
But first, let's get more stuff just in case they aren't all that they appear to be.
Yeah, I'm not very comfortable about leaving them alone out in the dark and the rain, so I think we should check on them soon.
I mean, they
First,
didn't
let's
mention
make
that
sure
the third floor of the house was pretty much the things that nightmares are made of, so perhaps they're a little suspicious now. I'm with Carla on this one. What is that
Suspicious.
behind you? It was behind you. It's not behind you anymore. Do I see this door here?
I would imagine you do, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna go
It's
ahead.
one of those doors made of, like, it's a door made of mirror, but it looks like a door. Like, it has a knob.
Okay, yeah, I open it.
All right. As you open it, you stand face to face with a couple of cobwebs.
Ugh. That's bad.
This place is in such disrepair. I mean, I don't know what could make it like this, except for years of people not being here. Doesn't make any sense.
I've seen illusions in this house. We've seen things behaving the way that they shouldn't. is clearly magic seeped into the walls here. What else would make the musical instruments play when no one is touching them? Or ghosts. Hopefully ghosts. I've dealt with many of them. We could probably take them on.
On hearing her mention illusions, John's gonna walk up to the cobwebs and sort of tentatively stick his hand through them and try to, like, wave them away.
Your hand is all sticky of cobwebs now.
Thank you, John.
This one wasn't an illusion.
We did that.
He's gonna wipe his hand on the bed sheets. They've seen better days anyway, I suppose.
The bed is sticky now. That is such a terrible
Should we
thing to say.
continue
I'm
on
so sorry.
then?
I suppose so. Carla, are you ready to head out?
First, I just want to check in here, and this set of drawers, I'm going to immediately start pulling them out and like really rooting through them to see if I can find any of our stuff.
Old clothing seems to be of a rather well, like, you know, this is tailored clothing. It looks good, just unkempt and moldy. It hasn't been touched in years.
Does it look like it's a clothing set of two people or one? Is it?
Absolutely. Yeah, man and woman.
Two people, man and woman. Okay. And then after that, I'm just going to pop over to the dumb waiter, open it up, and just peer down to see if I can see where I'd come up from before.
Yes, you see the rope system. The cart isn't here present, so you see the rope system going all the way down. It is rather dark, but you're a gnome, so you have a little bit of vision. And I would assess that you would be able to see the top of the dumbwaiter all the way down. Yes.
Okay. Anything interesting? Then I'm going to continue on.
Just to
Also, I'm a
clarify.
halfling.
Yes.
Just to clarify, was this you said that this door right here was not the dumbwaiter, or it was?
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
So that's another door that you haven't opened yet.
That's another one. Oh, okay. I thought that was the dumbwaiter.
No, the dumbwaiter is down there.
Okay.
It's a little cabinet thingy built into the wall.
Oh, I see it. Okay. Then I'm going to open that door. I'm not going to leave anything unopened.
Opening up the door, you are looking out on a balcony. The balcony itself seems to be completely empty, other than a little balustrade that's around it. And outside, the rain seems to have cleared for now.
Okay.
One thing you notice, Carla, is you just, I imagine you just look around, right? Like, I have to ask. Right.
Pop
I
out,
don't wanna
kind
give
of look
you-
my head around.
Yeah. Because this is rather, like, you know, you don't have to do a roll for the next thing I'm going to say, but I need to know whether or not you're looking.
Yes.
Looking around, there's one thing that you immediately notice, and that is that above you, you don't see the clear sky. You see brick. It looks like this isn't, like, that doesn't look like a roof.
More above. Very well. I'm going to pop out and kind of keep that information to myself and keep going with them.
All right. I suppose we should move along into the. He gestures to these doors, and he points to the ones to his left and looks back at Casariel and, like, this way. You want to?
Yeah, I'm at the door, and I was just listening to see if I heard anything inside because I'm a little freaked out now. Like, Casariel is just progressively getting more and more freaked out as this exploration goes on.
Good.
Oh.
Is that the Emperor who wasn't here? Good. So, open the door.
Actually, I just wanted to listen to see if I heard anything.
All right. And you're listening to that door, like, on the left, right?
Yes. Yeah, this one right. I'll stand right in front of it. To my left, yeah.
Nope. Sounds pretty silent.
Okay. All right. On my guard, I'm gonna just, like, slowly open the door and peek in. Oop.
Oh, sorry. I opened it for you. I shouldn't. It's your
No.
I'm a DM and a gentleman, you know? Even in game, I open doors. Here we are. So you open up the closet because it is a closet. There we go. Or rather, not a closet, a storage room. Because inside you see that there's a couple of trays with some towels. There is a bar of soap. There is a broom. There is just some bits and bobs. Everything covered in cobwebs and dust and whatnot. Yeah, by all accounts, this looks like a storage room.
Carla's going to just quickly snatch up the bar of soap.
Okay. I'd say go ahead.
I'll move out of the way and let her in because this is kind of, as I'm beginning to notice, investigation is definitely Carla's like specialty, and it's not mine. So I'll just step out of the way.
All right.
And John's just going to raise the weapon to provide light.
Cool. I'd say go ahead and go and pick up the bar of soap.
Yes, I'm going to pick up the bar of soap, and while I'm there, I'm just going to give it like a cursory glance around the shelves.
Gnomes don't have arms that reach that far. Go ahead and pick up the bar of soap.
I am a halfling. Stop calling me a gnome. John.
John. I was wondering how many calls it would take until she would notice, and this was 3. So.
No, she said it after the first one. I don't know if you heard it.
I am dignified. I know what I am. I know who I am. I know where I'm going. I know what I'm doing.
I didn't hear. I thought you just ignored it. I'm so sorry.
I
thought you ignored me.
She's the tallest gnome that I've ever seen.
Right. So you snatch up the bar of soap and you put it in your pocket.
Just shove it in one of them.
Cool. It's an untouched bar of soap. It's pretty normal actually. So you pick it up, put it in your pocket, and the broom next to you starts to move, and you guys need to roll for initiative.
Oh fuck!
Really?
Shit.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Who would have thought? Fucking broom.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh
I get
dear.
bad rolls out of one die. I put it away. I get the next die. I get bad rolls out of that. Put it away. Get the third die.
Is the other music playing for you guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Is it for me? But I'll allow it. Alrighty.
That'll be an 11.
But just blanket for me. I roll with advantage because I have a vigilant blessing, which I'm always going to keep on myself, unless I say otherwise.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. 17 for me.
3.
16. I'm sorry. No, 17. I can't add. 17. Final answer.
3. I was busy staring at my weapon.
Who wants to be a Casario? Okay. So John, you had how much?
3.
Okay.
I'm very.
And Carla, you had an 11, right?
Yeah.
Alrighty. You poor souls.
The broom of sweepery.
So, Casario, you actually noticed this broom starting to move, and you're like, because you're on edge, right? Like you just said, like you're on edge. So that you're like, So it's your turn.
Yeah. So I was just starting to move out of the room. I'm like, this is more your, specialty than mine. But I see it out of the corner of my eye that it starts to move, and so I'm gonna boom, a circle of purple energy appears between my hands. And I'm not quite sure because a broom is strange. So I'm just going to hold my action because, you don't train for this sort of thing in the academy. So I'm just going to wait.
No.
Is it going to try to hurt us? It's a broom. I don't know. So I'm just going to hold a moonbolt.
Brooms are the other academy, right? Of witchcraft and whatnot. That's it.
Yeah. Totally different academy.
Right. That's Strixhaven.
All right. I'm holding a moonbolt.
Cool. Okay. So hold action. Cool. Anything else?
No, I'm going to stay right where I am.
Splendid. Believe it or not, Carla, you're up next.
I'm up next? Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to take the soap, notice that it moves and goes, oh no, and start kind of scurrying out of the room again. Oh god, I hate inanimate objects.
As you do so, it does get an attack of opportunity on you.
Very well.
Okay. So it swipes twice at you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, there's an attack of opportunity. Just one. Lucky you. That would be. Does a 15 hit?
It just hits, yeah.
Oh, even with the armor?
Mm-hmm.
That would be 5 bludgeoning damage. So you get hit pretty hard by the broom.
It I imagine it hits my bottom on the way out as I'm walking.
Yeah. Stay out. That last 5 feet that you do in moving is just by jolting by the broom. Yeah.
That'll teach you to steal a bar of soap.
Cleanliness is incredibly important, and I'm going to drop the bar of soap because I'll need my hands, and I'm going to cast. I'm going to shove John sort of forward, and as I'm touching him, I'm going to cast Heroism. So you now have 2 temporary hit points extra, and on top of that, +1 to your AC.
Very cool. That's very useful.
All right, and since it attacked, I'm going to go ahead and release my Moonbolt.
Yep, you can.
All right, so. Okay. Let me get to my spells. 17 to hit.
That hits.
Yeah! Okay. 4 damage.
Wow. Okay, Splinter flies off of the broom as you do so. Okay. Alright. That hit. Yeah, it was a reaction, so that should be it.
Yeah.
Okay. The broom makes a sweeping motion forward and slides. It's a broom after all, right? It can't walk. I can make it fly though, but that would be a little bit, different category. So the broom slides forward directly into John's immediate vicinity and swipes twice at John, trying to hit him. And it tries to do so for a 24. And a 22.
There is absolutely nothing I can do to not get hit.
All right. That is a total of 10 bludgeoning damage by broom. Please don't die by broom. That's no. Again, good shirt idea, by the way, but we'll see if we get to that. Not jinxing it. Yeah, John, your turn.
You could move all this time. This place is in a horrible state. And he's going to attack. But the weapon actually sort of has this weird vibration aura. And it's going to be a booming blade attack.
Cool. Like it. Yeah.
So I'll go ahead and roll for attack.
All right.
And I got a 15.
Which hits.
Okay, cool. That scared me for a second. All right, that is it's just a regular weapon attack plus the booming effect. So actually it was 14 because that's not with charisma, that's with strength. My bad. I was looking at the wrong thing. Okay, so yeah, it swings right over. I was looking at the wrong one. I was looking at Eldritch Blast and not my maul. My bad. Sorry.
That is fair. Thank you for being honest.
No worries. So yeah, he completely misses. What are you doing? This place is a mess. And he's gonna try to block the way.
Okay. With your frame,
he's just gonna stand there.
Perfect. Casario, your turn.
All right. I am not expecting a lot from the broom, but I see it totally whack John, and I see what's maybe blood fly. It's a lot. So I immediately begin to do this, and crackling energy appears between my hands, and I kind of bring it apart, and now I've got 2. And you know those balls that look like they're little lightning, and you put your finger on and it follows you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Okay, so I've got this here, and I'm just gonna boom, and I create around us a 30-foot sphere of just crackling purple lightning. And so for now, we're gonna grant 6 temporary hit points to everybody per round.
That is such a cool description. I like it.
Yeah. All right. So that's my action, and I'm actually just gonna stay right where I am because everyone is where they need to be. So I get to roll a d6, and that's a 1. I already have 9 temporary hit points from Miss Carla, so. Okay, that's it for me.
All right. Carla.
Okay. Getting a jolt of the crackling energy. I'm oh yes. Now the fun should begin, and I'm going to... Ooh. Can't attack, so I don't know. Okay, what, oh, I am going... This is really silly. Those are towels up on top of the shelves, yes?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to take that sort of purpley energy that I've been granted with, and I'm going to push it back outwards with my mage hand. My mage hand is going to come up and whack some of the towels on top of the broom to try and distract it.
Wow. Okay, that's creative.
Yeah.
I'm going to check one thing. I mean, I'm very, very keen to allow that, but I need to check one thing.
Towel damage. Invented on the spot. DM.
Just distract
I
it.
got nothing against that. Sure. Okay,
got it.
let's.
Got it.
I got nothing against that. So we're gonna roll for a. Let's see. Let's just do an opposing dexterity check. I don't know.
That'll be fun.
Trying to distract a broom. Come on. Okay. What do you got?
I got a 17 plus my 3 dex, which is a dirty 20.
Okay. Well, I got a 6, so the broom's distracted.
Let's go. Okay.
Okay then.
Yes,
So
I
does
just
the
want the
towel
broom.
cover the broom, and so now it looks like almost like a ghost, kind of like dancing around in there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes, I basically want to distract it. I don't know if it will give advantage or disadvantage to anything, but that is what I have the capacity to do currently. So that's what I'm going to do
I can work with that.
with my mage hand. And then I'm going to move even further back. I do not want to be in the range of that thing.
Awesome.
Don't want to splinter.
All right, so a little crack of purpley lightning from the sphere is going to just kind of like shoot down, and it's 4 temporary hit points, which doesn't stack. So if you already have more than that, it wouldn't matter. But you get 4 temporary hit points.
All right. The room itself gets hit by a stack of towels, turns around, and starts whacking the towels. For a natural 1, so even misses the towels. This is a
Where was
very
that a
bad
moment
room,
ago?
and it should go back to his room. Technically, it already is in his room, so he's following orders. John!
At this point, seeing that it has attacked something else and seeing that she has distracted it, he's just going to reach in and try to close the door and hold it. Or however the door opens, he's just going to try to close it and hold it and be like, are we done with this room?
Sure.
Is that
Sure.
okay?
You don't need to do a roll for that. You can totally close the door. Yeah.
All right. He's going to like stand there holding it for a moment just to make sure that nothing opens it. But he's going to look at Carla. Did we need anything else in there?
I have my soap. I'm good.
I'm sorry, that was good.
Is-
I have my soap.
You guys don't take your towel with you.
I didn't take my towel, no.
For those of you
I mean,
that
John
briefly
has a
tried to
shirt,
the galaxy,
it's
you're welcome.
I have not heard that being referenced in years. Oh my god.
Lovely.
You're welcome.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right.
Everyone gets 42
so you stand
temporary
there.
hit points.
All of you stand there for a little while as you hold the door. And how long do you want to stand there? Like, give me a number.
I'm gonna give it like 5 minutes, and if it doesn't try to like bang down the door till then, I'm gonna ask Carla if there's any way she can like lock it or bar it. Do you have anything to tie the door handle?
Just maybe.
Go ahead.
No, go on.
I was gonna say if you don't have anything, maybe could someone go back and get the bed sheet off that thing? We might be able to tie the knob to something. I don't want this thing
I was
getting
about to
out.
ask if these tools can lock a door as much as it can unlock it. I still have that pipe and dagger on me.
Leave this
I don't
thing
think that would work.
sitting and banging on the door.
Just jam it in and just try to like
Dexterity check. Dexterity check.
dexterity
Let's see.
check. Oh, very
Yeah.
very fun. Very fun. Okay. Uh-oh.
John, you get 4 temporary hit points. By the
Oh,
way.
thank you. Yeah, I needed that.
Okay, so that would be a 7. Oh no, a 9. Never mind.
You're not able to lock the door, but your lockpick also doesn't break.
Okay, I'll take that. Okay, no, they don't seem to work in reverse. As I kind of like jiggle like the pipe, trying to like twist whatever key I can.
Was there a lantern fixture within like 5 feet of the door frame?
Not within 5 feet, no.
Okay. Was there anything that I could feasibly tie something off to next to in the essentially where the statue used to stand?
Sure.
Okay. So
I
sorry.
like the idea. So if you want to do this,
Yeah. So
you
it's
can.
Essentially.
And with that, you're out of combat. You have locked a broom back in its closet. Creative. I like it.
That was awesome.
Serial is just staring at John with like a what?
Have you ever been broomed before? I just got broomed twice. It hurt.
As a matter of fact, let me actually lock the door. There we go. Now you're not able to open the door anymore either.
Okay.
Go ahead and try.
Oh, damn. Oh, I like the jiggly sound effect.
Yeah.
I don't
Nice.
like leaving things that can attack us. Just
I don't either, but I also don't like being attacked. I mean, maybe if I had my armor, I'd feel a little bit more secure, but that thing hurt.
You two are quite down in terms of defenses, and I can take a hit, but I don't like taking them. So I think
I'm fine. I've seen worse, but I'd like to not test the boundaries.
all right. So I'm just gonna guess that like that last round would be my last round of my channel divinity. So that would be 6 to Carla and 8 to John. Temporary hit points.
Oh, that's awesome. I need. All right, and how long does that last?
It's just temporary until they go away. They don't stack though, so just replace it with the higher one, whatever the higher one is.
Right. Yeah. So I just put 8 in there. I didn't add it.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys want to go down to somewhere where it's safer? Maybe. Where's the dog in all of this?
He's still like one floor below you. No, as a matter of fact, no, he's with Carla. You took it with you.
I imagine I just left him by the stairs when we went venturing. I was like, I don't want you to be hurt that badly.
Do you
Yes.
hear yourself?
Would you like to? I'm just saying, if we could take a break, maybe think of our options, evaluate, and maybe go downstairs where that piano was. It seems like a pretty secure location. We can just take a bit of a rest to, I don't know, let these bruises heal a little bit. I'm not saying we back down, Casario. We need to figure this out. But I also don't want to have another encounter where I'm taken down by cleaning equipment.
John, I'm not going to let you go down. This is me we're talking about. We fought much worse things in a broom before.
Yes, but normally we're fully equipped. I mean,
Alrighty, let's rest, then we'll rest.
this thing is it feels pretty heavy, but I'm not used to swinging it yet.
All right. Where do you want to rest then?
I feel like we missed stuff in the bedroom. We should go back to the bedroom, try and plan out our options. We were only there for a brief time.
All right, if you feel like it's safe, this whole floor feels decayed and decrepit, and at least downstairs there was the weird musical instruments that played when you weren't at them. I don't understand it, but it felt a little bit more secure, if you know what I mean.
There's a skeleton down there, and then a floor below that there's the discombobulated armor set that we killed, so I don't know if it is any safer than up here.
There's
at least a broom. We know what a broom is.
One that
You know where it
moves.
is.
All right, fine. We'll take a moment in here if you guys are comfortable with that. He's gonna sit on the bed and just sort of like massage his shoulders. They got pretty whacked by that broom.
Stoker will hop on the bed with you.
He'll absentmindedly pat him.
Right.
I'm going to do a very thorough investigation of this room. I'm going to start kind of lifting up the bed sheets, the mat, like the rug here.
John and all.
John and all, yes. No, before John sits down, I'll do like a quick patting down the pillows, looking underneath the bed, underneath chairs, underneath this table here, like really trying to see what is up here, if there's anything we missed.
Turning over almost the entirety of the room reveals nothing more but more dust and negligence. However, when you get close to the bed, you want to look underneath it as well, you said.
Yes.
Yeah, roll me a d6.
D6? Oh.
Yes.
A 1.
You get down on your knees, because even halflings like you need to do that to get look under a bed. As you put your head underneath the bed, you stare directly into a pair of very fiery eyes that look back at you and say, "You shouldn't have come here!" And as it does that, it just evaporates again as well. You were the only one that heard that.
This fucking haunted. This place is haunted. This place is haunted. This place is absolutely haunted. I just saw eyes underneath the bed.
What?
They glowed all fiery, and then they said, "You should not have come here." And I disappeared.
He's gonna jump off the bed and look under.
Yeah, same.
Dust and cobwebs.
Illusions, magic, ghosts. Oh, I swear to you, there are things here that
All
are
right.
beyond comprehension.
All right. We're going to take a rest here, just a short rest, right? We're going to investigate the rest of this house. We're going to find the rest of our things. If there's a monster here, we'll slay the monster, and then we'll just head on our way. Right? That's the plan.
Okay, hopefully we'll find all this stuff that we won't want, but okay, a short rest, and then we'll return to what we're doing.
Yes.
All right. If you guys want to take a short rest, you can. Feel free to just apply your dice if you need them.
All right. Short rest.
And what I'd like you to know, Carla, you said that you were just doing, like in the third investigations room, you look under every nook and cranny. Casariel and John, after you've applied your dice, what are you doing in this? Well, let's say you take an hour.
Yeah, I think Casariel's probably just like leaning up against the wall, like, you know, smugly waiting for John to feel better. Over there.
He's so petty. I love it.
He's just sort of like massaging the various places where he got hit by the broom and.
You all right over there, princess? Feeling better?
I am, as a matter of fact. Thank you very much.
Good. Oh, good. Glad to hear that.
You know, you should always stretch before a fight. You know that. He's doing stretches and stuff like that.
If you're still feeling hurt, I can sing you, like, not sing you, but play a lovely song for you. It's very good, and I'm going to start bagpiping out a song of rest for John.
Okay, so this is something that I've been thinking on over the last, I think, 3 weeks on separate occasions. And every single time it slipped my mind. Carla, we need to work on finding you like a tune. Whenever you do that I can play that, because I want to. We'll work on that.
Yeah, for now, it sounds
bagpipes.
like a... Yeah, now it's like a really terrible bagpipe cover of, you know, like the army march of like, in the, you know, that one. You know that one. Like, the typical one of like waking up soldiers.
Oh. Dun, 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 dun. I love it.
Yeah.
I think it's called
Like that,
Revelry.
basically.
Yeah.
That is. Oh.
Yes. She plays a little bit of that and she's like, come on, rest up.
So what
And you
does
gain
that
back
do?
1d6.
Ooh.
Health, yes.
All right, that's 4, and that is exactly. I feel tip-top shape. I feel fantastic. Thank you. That actually worked wonders. It didn't sound the best, but hey, I feel very nice. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Sariel, thank you for your encouragement as well. I'm feeling much better.
Happy to help as always, Princess John.
He's just gonna shrug that off and walk outside.
Is he actually a
I'm gonna
frailty?
use-
She'll ask Asari.
I'm gonna use thaumaturgy to just do like a little pop underneath his feet as he's leaving, like a just to scare him. And then no, as it turns out. Not that we found out yet, but he certainly has a disposition, don't you think?
Just a little bit of one, yes.
Totally ignoring them. He just walks right up to the next door. Are you coming or not?
Sure.
Lovely. You want to open the door, John, or you want to?
I'm waiting for them. He's gonna wait for them and hold the weapon out. Ariel, would you light me, please?
Of course, and I will cast light.
Interestingly enough, the same pattern repeats. So you touch it, and where you touch it, light just starts, evaporates, and then slowly starts up again, as if it's like a smoldering fire turning back into bright light.
This time he noticed, and he's gonna look at it a little bit closely and just, and look back to the door.
Right?
He's gonna open it.
You open the door. I should probably review what you're looking at this time, so you can actually see as I tell you. One moment. There you are. As you open the door, you see in front of you another bedroom. And again, dust and cobwebs basically shroud this otherwise rather elegantly appointed bedroom. It's nowhere near as elegant as the master bedroom that you just came from probably was when it was kept. But it's nicely appointed. Looking around, you see some stained glass windows. You see a large double bed, a couple of tables next to it. Around the corner is a mirror, a cabinet that is still open, and a fireplace that is not lit up. John, Carla as well. As you step into the room, you hear a baby crying.
Where's that coming from?
You can easily hear that it's coming from the door over. I can't point at it, but like the door all the way on the left side of the room where Casariel is standing.
Like here or over here?
No, the one above that.
Above that, this one. Okay. I'm going to
Casariel, you're
press
on
here
mute.
against the door.
You're muted, Kurt. Sorrow.
Yeah, children really aren't my thing. So I'm just going to go ahead and step back from this one. Yeah.
What if it's like a demon baby?
No, it's
What if it's
definitely a
like-
demon baby.
Yeah, it feels like it's definitely going to be a demon baby.
100%.
All right. Before you open the door, wait a second. I'm gonna see if I can open myself up again to sense it. And he's gonna hold up the symbol and press it to his forehead and use divine sense.
And what exactly can you feel with that?
So divine sense, as an action, you can detect good and evil. Until the end of the next turn, you can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell or know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover. Damn it. You can use this feature 4 times. So if there's anything not behind total cover, I can know its exact location.
Nah,
Damn. Okay.
not really.
Maybe I should have opened the door first. He'll reach out and open the
first,
door.
let's look. No. Let's look and see if we can find any more things before we go deal with the demon baby.
It might be a regular baby. I mean, this place is very. No, everything that I thought was real has been an illusion. I'll trust you on this one, but we need to check. It might be in danger. I don't know.
I promise we will. Just let us check here first.
All right.
And I'm going to immediately going to go for this armoire, but before I do, I'm first going to stop in front of the mirror and look in. Do I see anything
You look in the mirror.
in the mirror?
Well, let me give you a perception check.
Interesting. Let's see. That would be a 13.
You look at the mirror and you see yourself, and I mean, it's weird enough as it is, of course, but it's just you, really. Doesn't look all that ordinary. So nothing seems off about this mirror. And as you turn away to be like, it's a mirror, you turn away and you notice that the frame of the mirror, that there is a little bump in it on one side that is out of sorts. The rest of the frame of the mirror is just perfectly straight, dusty, but straight. But on one side, there is a little bump on it, about halfway to the mirror.
I'm going to reach out and touch it.
Door opens. The mirror itself seems to be a door.
Oh, this house is filled with things like this. How exciting. Going to kind of look at John and go like, come here, I need light. Gesture towards the room.
And he'll walk behind her holding the weapon above her so that she can see.
Right. Two things you notice here is that on the direct opposite of you, so the wall that you're looking at while you're opening up this mirror, you see a door, an actual door, that is closed. Ooh. And around the corner, to your right, if you look into this room, there's a staircase leading up. It's very dusty.
There's a second floor here. Look. Oh, not a second, more. Oh.
What a time to hear you with this baby screaming. Isn't it piercing? How's it so loud behind the door?
I think we need to do something about the baby.
Okay, just let me check this one cupboard, please.
Okay, yeah. There's a chance that it's real, and I can't let anything happen.
Okay, I promise. We'll be quick. So I'm going to quickly dart over to this cupboard and start looking to see if I can find any of their armor or their weapons or anything like that.
Nothing whatsoever except for a diary.
I'm going to take that immediately. Is it Casariel's or is it... When I flick it open.
Diary. And as you open it, you see that it belongs to a Margarita Fisher.
I'm going to pocket it for later. No armor.
As you pocket the book, it crumbles. Completely.
Oh my. Gosh. I don't like this place. I don't like it at all. All the evidence keeps falling apart.
So there was nothing in there. I have to open the door. I have to check. And he's gonna make for the door and open it.
You open the door, and beyond that, you see that there is a small baby room attached to this apparently nursery. And in this room, there is a small crib. And inside that crib, it has like a couple of those like wooden lattices next to it so you can see in. And there's a little mattress on it with a little bundle of bundled up baby lying in there. That's apparently where the sound is coming from.
He's gonna hold the weapon in such a way that the light is like shining forth, he can see, but he's also gonna try to not hold it in a threatening way as he approaches slowly.
Okay.
And looks down into the crib.
It's a bundled up baby. It's about the size of a baby. It's completely bundled up.
I was going to kind of skit next to him and like look at the baby. Does it look like a demon baby? Is there evil in its eyes?
You can't see the eyes. It's completely bundled up.
Completely. Oh.
And it's still crying.
He's going to reach out and try to peel back a little bit of the bundle just to see the face.
As you do so, the bundle just falls open. There's nothing in there.
I'm tired of this place.
What?
It was another trick. It was nothing, Casariel. Just gonna shake his head and walk back.
As you walk out, in the corner of your eye, you notice a flicker of something almost like fog start to form. And Carla, as you look to your left, as you try to exit the door, a ghostly form appears in the form of a young lady, but she does, like, it's a lady all right, but that's really where the description ends. This is not by any means a pretty lady. And she looks at you and she reaches her hand out at you and she says, "Don't touch him." I want you guys to raise
Margarita?
Oh, cool. I'll allow that. Good call. Let me roll that. hold off on the attack roll just yet. Good call. Yes.
We did not touch him. He is still sleeping. Rest, dear.
Needs my help.
Maybe lay down with him. Lay your eyes, lay yourself to rest with him.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Of all the times to get a natural 20.
Got one? Okay, so I'll tell you right now. I didn't account for the fact that you could actually call her out if you knew her name, because I wouldn't figure that you would find the diary before finding her. So good call. And now that you did that, I was like, okay, I'm going to only allow 19 or 20. Anywhere else, it's going to be a fight. Crisis averted.
Wow.
Make a picture of it though, because that's what we do. Natural 20s get a picture.
Okay, yes, where's my phone? Where's my phone? Oh,
That's amazing.
Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God.
Perhaps I will lie down. And the spectre-like form proceeds back to nothingness. Lucky bastard. You guys have fought specters before, right?
No.
Yes.
No? Okay.
Wait, you did. You guys did last.
Mm-hmm.
Little OTD. Out of the day. Out of character. Sorry. You guys actually fought a specter in our one shot or two shot beforehand, which you guys can find out about if you follow the fucking channel, subscribe to us on YouTube, get us to our goals, and you can see that two shot.
Yep.
Please
We
do
need
it.
numbers.
We've got several interesting backlogs that might make it to the light of day if you guys help us.
This is true. Based on certain numbers, we will release things like this, and one shot will be one of them.
And now coming out of characterness, we lay the
Did you just call that ghost by name?
What?
Her
Wait,
diary.
ghost?
I found her diary in that cupboard there, but it crumbled to dust immediately. But I remembered her name, Margarita.
He's gonna look at Xaro. There was a ghost? I didn't even... Was it the baby?
Yes. It seems it was its mother.
Why don't we leave, the baby's room alone? Come out of there. We're clearly not wanted in there. Just leave it alone. Come out of there. Like it's with the group.
I agree. There's another door here, it looks like. Xariel, do you want to do the honors, or do you want me to take point?
No, by all means. Go ahead.
He's gonna pop down here and... I don't know. That baby kind of unsettled me. I want to be through with this place as soon as we can. And this time, Carla, go ahead and exit the room before me. I don't want to leave you in there. If there was something dangerous, then I don't know if I could. Never mind. He's gonna open the door.
The door opens onto a balcony, and it seems to be the balcony that is overlooking the entrance. Just an ordinary balcony with a balustrade around it. And same for this balcony. If you look upwards, you see not the night sky, but you see that there is indeed a floor above you.
John's gonna...
Okay. Sorry, go on.
No, okay.
Yeah, please.
Okay.
Please.
All right, DM's rule, Carla goes first.
There we go.
Oh, I go first. Oh, ladies first.
Also
Okay.
Polite.
Okay. Kyla's going to sort of this balcony. Is there railings around? Is it a wall? Is it
No.
to a
iron.
height where she could look over?
Yeah, wrought iron railings, like just a normal railing. So that is half human height. So it should be about your height. You should be able to look over.
Okay, so I'm going to kind of try to look over, and then I'm going to kind of pop my head between the railings. I'm going to be like, "Children! Children, can you hear me?" Calling
very
down
faintly,
towards them.
Very faintly, because it's 2 floors down. You hear, yes.
This place is fucking weird! This is a fucking trap, isn't it?
We know, we're scared of the monster.
Yes. You
What
should be
about the
scared of
broom?
more than the monster! I'm going to move my head back.
And
Well, I was bad people.
did you know there's a broom up here that hits people?
No, we're really fucked. Like, we're actually really fucked. Pretty sure.
What?
You said there was just one thing in here. There's suits of armor and other things. Did you know about the broom?
What broom?
Never mind. Just stay on the porch.
You're making me scared.
I'm scared. He's gonna back off.
You should be. There's a monster.
So there's no monster on this floor. There's weird. Looks back at Carla. Demon babies, I guess, and ghosts and. I mean.
All right, hang on. Let's just think this through, shall we? All right. 2 children come up to us on the street. They tell us there's a monster in their house. We hear a dinner party happening. There's no one in the room. We hear a baby crying. There's no baby, but also a ghost. It's a haunted house, right? Right. So why would there be 2 children here? Like, the children, I mean, they're probably not really children, right?
Yeah, probably not. There might be ghost children, but they also could be demon children. They also could just be ploys and a trap for us, considering this house seems to be built to spook, scare, and confuse us.
If you want, I can try to test the children, so to speak. I can see if I can sense anything evil or good about them. So far, nothing has come up in this place that's given me any unnatural vibes, but we've seen so many things. I don't know if I'm just not sensing them properly or something.
I think let's continue onward. We seem to be able to deal with enemies by trapping them or telling them to go to sleep so far. If we continue with the same level of caution, we should be good. This is usually how a lot of my other investigations go. I rarely fight things head on.
What other choice do we have?
He's gonna look up the dark
Items.
staircase.
Mm-hmm.
Does it?
As I said,
Go ahead.
yeah. As I said, when you look in, you notice directly on the other side, there's also a door. On the inside, where Carla's standing directly in front of her, there's another door behind the mirror, and you see a dark staircase going upstairs, filled with dust and cobwebs.
Onwards and upwards, I suppose. He's looking to Carla and Casero. All right. Oh, is it?
That's not the entrance.
Oh, okay.
The entrance is where Carla is. It's the mirror. Yeah,
He runs into the wall.
so good.
He falls.
John runs into a wall and gets 1 bludgeoning damage.
And fixes his nose back into place after the broom popped it out.
Just for keeping track, the pug Stoker. Did you pick him up again and take him with you, or are you going to leave him here? What do you want to do?
I'm going to say, why don't you stay on the bed, you wonderful little dog? Why don't you take a little nap on the bed? Yes, you will. Yes, you will. And I give his head a scratch and just kind of leave him up on the bed to relax. I'm going to say, bark if anything spooky comes out and we'll hear you. Good boy.
Okay. You walk up the dark staircase. I put him in the follow that I thought you already did. So John, Casario, Carla, is that correct?
That works.
Loading. Yep.
Wonderful. You are all the way up a L-shaped staircase, and at the top There's a door.
He's gonna sigh and open it up and walk through.
All right.
Pardon me.
That is all right. Opening up the door, you walk into a completely barren hallway. The planks are creaky. Planks are broken. There's cobwebs. There's dust. This place, like by contrast, again, it looks like no one has been here in 100 years. This looks like it's about ready to break down on itself. In the hallway itself, you notice a couple of doors and one singular window looking outside.
He's
I'm going to go to the... Sorry, go on.
Carla, after you.
I was just about to say, I'm going to go to the window and smash it open so we have an escape route if we need it.
Sure.
I love that.
You're using your push knives, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it breaks.
Excellent. Okay, continue.
Given the creakiness and state, John's gonna pay extra attention to his footing to make sure that he's gonna test planks as he's walking just to make sure that they don't give way, because this looks like it's like he's fallen down several staircases already in this house, and he's not too keen on repeating that.
Fair.
So where do you want to begin? North or south? I guess we'll go south, and he'll make his way to open the door.
Right. As you walk over there, roll me a d6 with advantage.
Oh, okay. Double threes.
Double threes. Okay.
Yeah.
Plank underneath your feet creaks loudly as you walk towards this door. And nothing more. The door opens. Always fun to make people scary. Let me do that, and oh, hang on, that's the wrong tool. That should be the right one.
Technical difficulties.
Technical amazement.
There we go. Technical amazement. I like that. Okay, so it opens up, and it's, by all accounts, it seems like this is a bedroom, and a badly kept one. Below you, the floor that you came from, those bedrooms were neatly appointed, just in bad shape. Like no one has looked after it in a couple of years. This room looked like someone hasn't looked after this in 30 years. Caked in dust, caked in cobwebs. The bed is in complete disarray. The moldy spread and pillow on top of it show no one has been here for a long, long time. An old rusty stove is over here as well. And there is a chair in the corner of the room. On top of that chair lies something shiny. It looks like a breastplate.
The chair in the bottom left?
Yes.
And John was going to come in and just stand next to the bed to let other people in, but he sees that, and he's going to approach.
Right. As you approach, you also notice in the window that there is a very small doll with a very weird smile on its face. A little yellow dress, and cobwebs draped around it, almost like a wedding dress.
He's going to see that, open his eyes a little bit like, ugh, and ignore it.
Okay.
Does this look familiar to me, like I've seen it on my teammate?
Oh yes. This is one of those one-of-a-kind breastplates that like people especially commission or get from relatives or something, and it looks really, really nice. Silvery, crests of a moon on it. Yeah, by all accounts, this seems to be Casariel's breastplate right here.
Sorry, it looks like you're back to full.
Oh, I think everything but the journal now.
All right.
And I'm just going to start fastening it on me. I'm also going to look at the doll.
Yep.
So you said it's a doll in a yellow dress and it's covered with cobwebs?
Yeah, as if it's like a wedding dress almost, like it's covered. And it has like a really interesting smile on its face.
Okay. Interesting. Creepy, I'm guessing?
Yeah. Yeah, this is one of those, like, dolls come in so many shapes and sizes, like made of porcelain, made of wood, made of all sorts of materials. This is one of those ones that is made of cloth. So it doesn't have too much detail to it, but the detail it does have to it seems to be slightly asymmetrical and therefore kind of creepy.
I wonder if this is Rose's room.
I hope not. The state of this place, I mean, it looks like no one's been in here longer than she's been alive.
Someone's been here because they put my breastplate in here.
That's true.
Alright, should we take the doll with us? I feel like maybe
I
it would make...
wouldn't. It looks creepy as all hell. I think we'd better just leave it be.
Alright.
I mean, it doesn't feel right to me, but whatever you feel comfortable with. If you think that it means something, but I'd like to leave this place as soon as possible.
Alright.
So
I'm going to...
Go ahead.
No.
I was gonna say John's just gonna like keep eye shot and let you guys do what you're gonna do.
I am immediately looking at this dresser that has doors that I can open, and start rooting around to see if I can find anything, tapping bottoms, really giving a good look.
It's empty.
Completely?
Yeah. Well, unless you are a fond collector of cobwebs, in which case you could feast upon this cabinet.
Delightful. Okay, so I'm going to actually move towards the stove. Does the stove have a little door at the bottom that it opens?
It's a normal stove. It's rusty, but you should be able to make that. You have daggers with you, so you can pry it open.
I'm going to pry it open and see if I see anything inside.
There's some leftover charcoal in there.
Useless. Okay. What is on the bed here? What's sitting on the bedside table here?
That is one of those candles with, like, with one of those like metal dripping plates underneath. The ones that you can carry with.
Okay. I'm going to take the candle off that.
Sure.
Pocket it. And then I'm going to look at the bed again and flip the sheets off and kind of see if I can see anything underneath it.
Nothing other than dust and cobwebs. The mattress itself seems to be of a bad quality. It's one of those mattresses stuffed with straw rather than with feathers or something. It's bad quality bed.
And the final thing I will look at really closely is this desk here. I'm going to push aside some of the cobwebs to see if I can find anything on it.
Seems to be empty. No.
Okay. Cool. Then I'm going to head out with them.
Right.
I guess we carry on, and he's gonna look over his shoulder and then try the door.
Which you can't because it's locked. Seems to
This
be a
one.
large metal padlock on it.
Looks like this one needs a key.
Found a
or
key!
something.
I found a key downstairs in a drawer. I'm going to produce the key that I found in the drawer in the desk downstairs.
I'll take it, look at it suspiciously, and
Before you do that, just going to play devil's advocate here. There's a huge padlock on this door, and if whatever the creepy shit is in this house that wants to lock that up, perhaps we should just, leave that room be.
About when we're leaving, you two can go downstairs. When we finish clearing out this particular area, I will go invisible, open the door and see what's inside. That's usually how I would do it in an investigation.
I mean, if what's behind this door is the source of all of the evil that we've seen so far, we may want to try to destroy it.
Two doors, do they have padlocks on them?
The other two? Looking at a glance, no, it doesn't seem to be.
All
Yes.
right. Maybe we just try the other two first, and then, this is the last one? Okay.
All right. He's gonna hand the key back
This is
to
it.
Carla.
Thank you. I'm going to shove it back down and kind of
Before I put it in, I'm going to really look at the padlock. Like, should I? No. Tuck it away.
I'm eyeing her the
Being
whole.
the bard that you are.
He's gonna
Right.
try the south first
Okay.
and open it up.
The door opens. And inside you see a lot of things which make you suddenly crave for a short break. Because
Sounds
we're
like
at the
a
half
plan.
mark already. So we need to take a little break. I hope you guys are enjoying it. We are going to take a little break. On YouTube, we usually cut that out. So if you're watching on YouTube, you're probably going to see immediately what follows afterward. But if you're following us on Twitch right now, which you totally should, we're going to take a little break, but we have some fun stuff for you to look at while you guys are
Or here.
And feel free to chat with us while we're here. Yes, because now we have time to chat with you.
See you in a moment.
Go piss, girl.
See you in a bit.
Bye.
Bye.
Carla Lalacott, paranormal investigator, writer for the Violet Gazette and unwilling detective. Pleasure to meet you. Now, I believe you asked a question about my first investigation. Oh, I was but a child, 20 at most, when my dear friend, Lavender Cobblepot's sister, went missing. Lavender went to every authority in our village, every adult she could, and none of them would listen to her. Typical of authority types you'll find. And suspicious types. See, it wasn't the first time a girl had gone missing under such circumstances. And if it weren't for Lavender's love of her sister, or my brilliant mind, I'm afraid it wouldn't have been the last. When Lavender approached me, I began digging into local legends, official records, and even began bribing elders for tales, until the truth reared its ugly head. A century ago, a terrible beast began prowling the woods nearby. Hairy and horrific, it stalked in the night, attacking watchmen in our quaint village. The attacks became more frequent until one day they just stopped. On that same day, Lara Frumplehop's hut on the outskirts of the village closed its doors to never open them again. Miss Frumplehop was the village witch that century, but after she disappeared, no other witch claimed her place. Instead, every 20 years, a young girl from the village would wander into the hut in the dead of night, never to be seen again. A witch, a beast, and the ritualistic disappearance of young girls. I mean, put two and two together. Clearly it was a curse placed by the vengeful witch during her dying moments so that no other witch would take her place. The only thing left was for Lavender and I to head to the hut, rescue her sister, and break whatever curse the place held. But this theory was proven to be false. The reality was much grimmer, and much more interesting. The witch had become a ghostly figure, luring young girls into the hut where the sleeping beast was contained. The girls were food to keep the beast sleeping. Sacrifices to protect the majority, according to the spectre of Miss Frumplehop. Sacrifices are stupid, in my opinion. Young girls shouldn't be murdered to justify an end goal of peace. This mystery, and this horror, sat under everyone's noses for years because of the complacency of the average mind. I became enamored with mysteries that day. How did the case end? Oh, rather simply. We found Lavender's sister missing a limb or two, but alive, slit the sleeping beast's throat and burned down the hut to free Miss Frumplehop's spirit. Standard practice in paranormal investigation, as I've come to find. Since that day, I've wanted nothing more than to investigate every paranormal disappearance, every unexplained mystery in the world. I need to know the truth. But bills need to be paid, and ghost hunting equipment is quite expensive, so I work for the Violet Gazette as a writer, penning my cases when I can, and I've seemed to have gotten mixed up in quite a bit of police work as well, although it's not really my cup of tea. Now though, I think I'm approaching my biggest case yet.
It all goes back to family, I suppose. When my brother died, my family's honor died with him. I never really cared for duty or prestige when I was younger. James was always expected to take up the Varenthal mantle. I was more of an afterthought. I never minded. It let me enjoy the warmth of the sun and the company of my schoolmates. But when James failed to return, it suddenly fell to me. The warmth of the sun turned into the cold stone floor of a library. The company of my friends turned into the rigor of training exercises with priests. I was to take up the vows, study Saloon and her teachings, and eventually try and bring honor to my family in service of Saloon. During training, I was told I showed promise in coerced conversion. That means knocking heads when somebody steps too far out of line. I was selected to try a more rigorous training method. Hooray for me. Tandra. Tandra was my trainer. She brought me to the Silver Star grounds and showed me a lot of fighting techniques and styles. I tended to just whack things as hard as I could. She said it was an inelegant solution, but hey, it seemed to be effective, so I trained. A few months in, I had started to feel a bit more at home. The Silver Star training was far more difficult than I had experienced, but more interesting. Less history and prayer, and more direct and spirited. Learned how to take a beating, and how to dish one out. Learned how to resist interrogation, and less nice, learned how to enforce compliance. That's about the time I met Bartholomew. Somewhat less direct and more invested in his studies, we had fairly different methods. We became friends immediately. He showed promise in the application of various ceremonies, and I learned more from watching him practice than I did in my months of training as a priest. During a visit to a tomb to help hone my sensation of the forces of magic and Bart's ability to perform burial rites, the process went wrong. I left my weapons and shield above. If I had brought them with me and maybe been a little bit more vigilant, then something about the new entries into the crypts caused the spell to turn and breathe life into the bodies buried around us. Every corpse in the tomb suddenly smelled of undeath, foul and sour, and they fell upon me as we tried to escape. One of the sconces overturned, and we found ourselves in utter darkness. I grabbed the nearest rotting body and ripped its arm from the socket and proceeded to beat down each corpse that approached. I swung and I swung, shouting for Bart to run the whole time. Tandra heard, and when she opened the stair door, light finally poured in. She found me, bloody and surrounded by twitching corpses that I had beaten until their muscles pulled on pulverized bone. Bartholomew had not made it to the door. As the inciter of the ritual, they had targeted him and, well, he didn't make it. I learned two things that day. The dangers of the unholy magics that toy with the schemes of life and death. And that sometimes to protect that which you care for, you must lose sight of protecting yourself.
I suppose my life is something like a fairy tale, but not one of the happily ever after sort. I am told I was conceived in a place beyond this world. Not too terribly difficult to comprehend. There are many planes of existence that we know of, the very same way we know the skies are blue or the grass is green. They simply are. This place was not the sort that one would wish to visit, however. It is a place of darkness, populated with dark people performing dark deeds for an even darker purpose. A place of suffering, and madness, and monsters, and mist. Perhaps it should not surprise me, then, that I can often feel a darkness much like that inside of me. Allow me to start from the beginning. I am Silverstar Cassariel Silverbrow, priestess of Saloon, daughter of Silverstar Celisaria Silverbrow, priestess of Saloon. You heard correctly, a second-generation Silverstar. Rare indeed. She is impossible to describe, my mother, though I suppose my paltry attempt will have to suffice. Beautiful, both in kindness of spirit and of body, almost blindingly so. Fierce, a capable warrior, and a force of divine reckoning when the need for it should arise. Wise, a true priestess. I have witnessed her counsel change people's lives for the better on many occasions. Something I have no talent for myself. I could go on, but suffice it to say, I adore her. She is my inspiration, my mentor, my idol, and, well, my everything. An impossible standard to live up to at any rate, though I do try my best. I never knew my father, though I am told he was quite handsome and brave himself. A paladin of Lathander, whom she met in a place she dares not name. We will call it the Dark Place, and as you may have guessed, it's the very same as the aforementioned. Farron Elcrest was his name. He made her smile through the terror of her experience there, and she says she'd loved him ever since the first time he did. There were many smiles to follow, despite the circumstances surrounding them, which were dire, to say the least. Most of it she will not speak of, but I have gleaned bits and pieces here and there, and much from the journal she left behind after her disappearance. Oh, that. On my 16th birthday, she disappeared without a word. Without a note, without a trace. Much speculation has surrounded this sudden disappearance, but I know what happened to her. I believe she was taken. Back to the Dark Place. Somehow, the darkness found her. I was 16 then. Child. But I'm a woman of 24 now. And I've spent my life training and researching so that when I find her, and I will find her, I will be prepared to face the darkness myself. Ever heard of battling fire with fire?
Carla Lalacott, paranormal investigator, writer for the Violet Gazette and unwilling detective. Pleasure to meet you. Now, I believe you asked a question about my first investigation. Oh, I was but a child, 20 at most, when my dear friend, Lavender Cobblepot's sister, went missing. Lavender went to every authority in our village, every adult she could, and none of them would listen to her. Typical of authority types you'll find. And suspicious types. See, it wasn't the first time a girl had gone missing under such circumstances, and if it weren't for Lavender's love of her sister, or my brilliant mind, I'm afraid it wouldn't have been the last. When Lavender approached me, I began digging into local legends, official records, and even began bribing elders for tales, until the truth reared its ugly head. A century ago, a terrible beast began prowling the woods nearby. Hairy and horrific, it stalked in the night, attacking watchmen in our quaint village. The attacks became more frequent until one day they just stopped. On that same day, Lara Frumplehop's hut on the outskirts of the village closed its doors to never open them again. Miss Frumplehop was the village witch that century, but after she disappeared, no other witch claimed her place. Instead, every 20 years, a young girl from the village would wander into the hut in the dead of night, never to be seen again. A witch, a beast, and the ritualistic disappearance of young girls. I mean, put two and two together. Clearly it was a curse placed by the vengeful witch during her dying moments that no other witch would take her place. The only thing left was for Lavender and I to head to the hut, rescue her sister, and break whatever curse the place held. But this theory was proven to be false. The reality was much grimmer, and much more interesting. The witch had become a ghostly figure, luring young girls into the hut where the sleeping beast was contained. The girls were food to keep the beast sleeping. Sacrifices to protect the majority, according to the spectre of Miss Frumpelhop. Sacrifices are stupid, in my opinion. Young girls shouldn't be murdered to justify an end goal of peace. This mystery and this horror.
And we're back.
Welcome back. I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as we enjoyed making that. More of that will come soon, TM. That's a safe thing to say, right? Soon, TM. That gives us a bit of leeway. But it was fun to make that as a little intermezzo. We will also be sharing that in video form on our various socials, courtesy of the wonderful Marissa over here, who has some great skills in creating videos like that. It's so cool to look at it. So
He's a wizard.
Yeah. So if you haven't joined our socials just yet, make sure you do. Look below for all the panels if you're on Twitch, and if you're on YouTube, still look below because it should be in the description. Or nowadays, I believe on YouTube now it's also on the side. If you're on the desktop version, I believe, like they changed the layout. So look around the video, right? You'll find it
Somewhere under the video. Okay.
Oh, it's everywhere. Then you'll know. It's one of those.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes.
You could even go to thegildedflask.com and find all our links there.
There we go. Yes. So
If you want to cheat,
found it.
I mean,
Yeah.
or you could just literally like breadcrumb everywhere. It's fine. Also,
Yeah. As long as you follow us, we'll find everything. It's all fine.
yeah.
Welcome back.
We're back. We're in a creepy house. We're about to open a door. As a matter of fact, you just opened a door,
Yep.
and we're going to continue. Are you guys ready?
Absolutely.
I don't know.
Can you be ready for this? Very valid question. So you opened a door, and the door opens into what seems to be an attic storage room full of things and bits and pieces covered in cloth. It's really dusty in here. A lot of cobwebs. And underneath all the different sheets, you can make out bits of chairs, perhaps maybe some coat racks, maybe a standing mirror here or there, a dress mannequin, hopefully, things like that. But everything seems to be draped in white sheets.
He's going to tentatively take a step in and step to the side to let everyone else in. And keep his eye on everything, looking for any movement whatsoever.
Okay.
Carla, upon entering, spots. Perhaps this looks vaguely chest-shaped, does it?
It is quite, not even vaguely, it's quite chest-shaped, in fact.
Yes, she's going to immediately dart towards whatever she can open. And try to open it.
All right. It is not locked. So you can just open it. And as you open it, inside you find the mummified remains of seemingly a person.
Oh. Oh no, John!
Yes. What did you find?
It looks like someone who died. Could you just stand near me in case it decides to, stop being dead?
Yeah. So John's essentially going to, if I can, if you're okay with this, ready in action to pull her back if something starts moving in a threatening manner. Well, just moving. If anything starts moving that's not her, he'll pull her back.
Sure. You pull Carla back, right?
Yeah. So he's going to try to get her out of
Sure.
harm's way.
100%.
Okay, I'm going to reach in and slowly lay one finger on the mummified body, by its shoulder, to see if it will do anything.
It feels like a mummified body. Naturally mummified, right? It's not wrapped in something. It's just naturally dried out.
Is it wearing clothing?
Yes, a little bit.
Okay.
If the clothing has pockets, she's going to try and root around to find things in the pockets.
All right. Roll me an investigation check on that.
Okay, not bad. That is 19.
Okay. Most of the pockets are empty, but one of the side pockets in the skirt seems to have a baby rattle in it.
I'm going to pull it out and I'm going to look again at this body. Does it remind me a little bit of Miss Margarita that I saw downstairs?
Give me a medicine check.
Ooh, exciting. Different. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. That's a 21.
Ooh, 21. All right. Hard to tell because one is a ghost form and the other is mummified remains, but could be. This is definitely a woman, you can tell. And looking at this person, this is not a natural death. You see multiple stab wounds on the body. The clothing itself looks like servant's clothing. So like a nurse or something, as not nurse as in like medical nurse, but like the one that works in a nursery with children, right? Like an au pair or something. And adding the baby rattle to that, you deduct that, well, since you encountered a ghost in basically a nursery, there might be a correlation there.
I think this was Margarita. We'll have to burn her remains or bury them in order to fully free her ghost, I think, but...
I can, if we need to, I can perform a burial ceremony I learned a while ago.
That might be helpful if she decides to make a reappearance.
We may want to make sure that this place is safe before we attempt something, but I fully agree.
I'm just pacing outside the door going, well, the good news is that if there was anything creepy in there, they would tell me, so that's good. I'm just like pacing back and forth in front of the door, kind of peeking in, watching them talk, can't really hear what they're saying. Ugh. And I'm like kind of just making sure that the padlock door isn't doing anything strange.
You're making like a neat, like clean path in an otherwise dusty corridor. Sure.
Yeah, I'm back and forth. The good news is probably nothing creepy is happening in there. Perfect.
All right.
From there, I'm going to sort of rise and start looking around at other things that I can try and open. Like I'm going to kind of go in the room kind of in a zigzag pattern. So I started here and then I'm going to move over here.
Give me a blanket investigation check on that.
Blanket investigation? Right. Yeah. Ooh, very good. That'll be a 21.
Wonderful. So you look around, and this is indeed just everyone has an attic like this. If you have an attic, it probably looks like this, either under sheets or not. But like it's bits and pieces of old drape, piece of a bed, old stove, chest with a body. It's the usual. And then there is in the corner there is another chest in the lower right corner. And if you open up that chest, inside you find backpacks. 3 backpacks, in fact.
I'm going to open up one and try to see if I can see what's in there.
Looking in that first backpack that you open, you see a very peculiar device that looks like it's partially made of wood, and there is sort of like a crystal ball affixed on top of it.
I'm going to grab it and hold it up. Oh, it's back! Oh, thank goodness! Oh, thank! Our backpacks are here! John! I know that this place is quite dusty and that's why you've been coughing so much, but look, the backpacks are back!
You were waiting to make that one.
It's good that we have our trinkets back.
Really brilliant.
And I'm going to kind of hold out, I'm going to take my one, what is distinctly my one, and then hold out the other 2 to him, and I'm like, I don't know which one's which.
I thank you. No, he'll just look in to see which one has his supplies and which one has Sari's, and Sari.
They both indeed have all the supplies that you had in your backpack, like tinder boxes and your survival sets, like the rope, all that you had.
Casario, we have our supplies back, some of them at least.
I peek my head
Distinctly...
in. Don't worry. The hallway's clear, so we're good out here. Everything all right in there?
Are you all right out there? You seem
no, great.
upset.
No, what? No. Everything's perfect. What do you mean? No, this is great. Honestly, it's a beautiful house. Beautiful.
Here's your backpack if you'd like to come in and get it.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. It's just a bunch of sheets.
I'm going to snatch it from him.
All right. In your backpack, all your belongings are as well. Distinctly missing from your backpack, unfortunately, is your diary. You get everything else back.
Thank you.
So far, nothing's moved, and John is feeling a little bit less on edge. He's still keeping an eye out for movement, but he's pretty sure this is just a dusty old attic. I'm gonna come over here with Carla.
Am I standing in front of a door right now? Is that what this is? Or is this a window?
If I'm not mistaken, that is a window. Yeah, that's a
Okay.
window.
So as I peer out of the window, do I see anything?
You see the one floor below you. You were standing on a balcony over there when you shouted down to the children. This window overlooks that, so you're one floor above it.
No. Delightful. Okay. With that, then I'm going to just kind of go back to them and count this room as cleared.
I'll wait for them to pass and then get ready to open up the next door. All right, that wasn't so bad. It's nice to know we have our main supplies back as I open the door.
You open up the next door, and in this next door, you find another bedroom. And in this bedroom, again, you see it is cobweb filled, a lot of dust. There's an unkept bed with rotten sheets and a moldy pillow on top of it. There's an old rocking chair. There's an empty wardrobe. Well, it's a wardrobe, but I misspoke. There's an empty wardrobe. I'm sorry. I've already shared it. I might as well share it. There's an empty wardrobe and a small iron stove. But most notably in this room, hanging from the rafters on a rope, is a decaying body right in front of the bed. It is just hanging there. It doesn't look great. Almost slightly mummified. You notice it has a letter in its pocket.
Oh dear.
I'm hang on. I need to try. I need to test. I'm not feeling comfortable about this. I'm gonna divine sense, and from this point, I'm gonna try to essentially. He's focused on this room anyway. He's just gonna open up his senses and see if he can smell that foul, evil stench.
Yeah. There's something here, all right.
I'm just like leaning up against the door with the padlock, and I'm like, you guys, I don't hear anything. I think we're gonna be all right in this room.
Something's off about. Sorry, there's something off about this room. He's gonna gesture to Carla and say, "There's someone hanging in here, and something evil is in this place."
I have my things back, so okay. I'm going to pull out a little napkin from my backpack that has 2 little holes cut in it, and I'm going to let it fall to the floor, and as it falls to the floor, I'm going to cast Unseen Servant. And the napkin is going to cover my Unseen Servant, so like the shape where it would be.
It's a little ghost again.
And it's a little ghost again. And I'm going to go, Boo, get that letter in its pocket. And I'm going to send Boo to go and try and retrieve the letter from that.
The unseen servant is called Boo.
Yeah, my Unseen Servant's called Boo.
Love it. All right. Your unseen servant will try and grab the letter. And as it does, the eyes of the body that is hanging there slowly open and look at John and Carla standing there. And it very slowly reaches a hand towards you and does a sort of like a grabbing motion, which is just way too far away. And that's all it's doing. It's a very, very faint, like, breathing noise, very faintly. You get the note, however, so you have a letter now.
Boo. Stay the fuck away from that thing.
And I'm trying not to get concerned by your faces, but perhaps your faces are probably like worse than the actual thing that's in there. Right?
We have
What is it?
A body has come back.
Oh.
Remember I told you about what happened with Bartholomew?
Yeah.
I've seen this before, or something like it, and we can't leave this here.
Undead, you mean?
Yes.
All right, no worry, we know how to deal with this. Right, and we have Carla. Certainly she knows how to deal with this.
Oh yes, I mean, undead and zombies and all that are not that tricky to deal with, though usually I do just sort of let them wander and really end them.
He's gonna hold
when
up,
I can.
He's gonna hold up his weapon and say, I know how to deal with this too.
Let's just see what the letter says, just in case we can, I don't know, put its soul to rest like we did with the spectre below. Maybe this letter's in correlation to it. Come here. Boop, boop, boop. And I'm going to try and get the letter, Boo to come over to me and give me the letter.
You can.
Yes. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to open it and try and read it.
Yeah. The letter is written in a rather okay handwriting, not too calligraphic, but easy to read. And it says, "My dearest love, I wish I could escape this horror. I wish it would not have to be this way, but this house is cursed beyond imagination. Ever since you went missing, I felt myself grow weaker. I am but a simple servant, but I cannot live without you in this house, Margareta. The Durst family is cursed. They brought this on themselves, on you, on me. Please be safe, and if this letter ever reaches you, know that you are the one bright light in this pool of darkness. Goodbye. Lovingly, Milan Vukovic."
Vukovic. We know that name. That was on the knives downstairs, wasn't it? Vukovic.
I'm gonna pull it out. Yes, Vukovic.
So I presume this must be the chef, or the man who used those, as he seems to have committed suicide due to unrequited love, or lost love with Margarita. And I kind of relayed the information that we just heard there back to them.
Sure.
It seems he wasn't entirely successful. I may need to help him finish the job.
But consider it this way. The house is cursed. This is clearly what is keeping these people trapped here. If we break whatever curse is on this house, it will free its spirit without having to kill it.
While you are talking there, you notice that the body itself is still trying to reach out for you, and there's like a little swinging motion starting to happen with the rope. The rope is just making that annoying rope sound that ropes tend to make when you're moving it, but nothing more.
We can't have this thing coming up behind us and surprising us. I'm going to finish this, and he's going to take a step forward and make the swing at it.
All right, cool. I'll allow you an attack.
Thank you. Oh, I can't move because it's paused, but I'll go ahead and just roll attack.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna do a booming blade, and I'm gonna not do it unless I specifically say it's a great weapon master attack. Consider all my attacks as just regular, and so this one will be great weapon master.
Sure.
Cool. And it is I got 18 plus 4 minus 5, so 17.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Okay.
It's a stationary zombie. Yeah, that's
I'm very, very glad. Yeah, he's not trying. He's not having any of this. He just. I know we want to, Okay. Anyway, he already attacked.
How does booming blade work?
So it doesn't have
No,
any.
like for your character.
Oh, okay, yeah.
does it
So,
work?
yeah. He raises up his maul. He looks into the eyes of a very sad-looking skull, and he just rears back and slams into this thing. And as it makes contact, the weapon seemingly reverberates in the air, and just this minor shake passes into what he's hitting, and it just, if whatever's still there is still there, it seems to waver slightly in the air.
I like that. I like that weapon. That's cool.
Thank you.
All right.
Yep, I rolled pretty high.
Let me know.
So 9, 11, plus 10. So that's a total of 21.
All right. 21 damage, I imagine.
Yes.
All right, to
And-
verify.
Yep.
All right. You splatter his skull. So he comes loose from the noose that he was hanging on, since that was tightly around his neck and his head was holding that. So he comes loose and just flumps on the ground without a head. So really dead this time.
Yep. So John essentially says, I can't have this thing coming up behind us and surprising us, and just steps forward and lays into this with all his might, and you can see the sort of air quiver around the weapon as it makes contact, and the whole thing just happens exactly as Papa said, and he stands there for a moment waiting for it to get up if it does. And
There's no head anymore, so...
And when it doesn't, he sets his shoulders and walks, or looks at Carla.
Suppose that's one way to get rid of it. Good job. That seems to do interesting things. I kind of look a little bit at the weapon, just a little bit, before turning my attention to things that could open and possibly give us stuff. And start rooting around in that. Trying to avoid like the bits of guts and things of the zombie on the floor.
Yeah.
So the cabinet is empty, as I might have already told you.
Sorry.
But other than that, there is a nightstand and a stove. And a bed, of course.
Going to look underneath the bed, just in case.
Sure, roll me a d6.
Oh, exciting. It's a 4.
4, alright. You look under the bed, and you see a rather large spider quickly scurrying away and hiding into the wall.
Oh, gross. Okay. Seems there's nothing more in here. I'm sorry we couldn't find your equipment, John.
We're okay. Listen, there was a zombie in there, and we just took care of it in like one swipe. No problem. Everything's fine. She's just pacing outside the door again.
He's gonna.
The hallway by now is so clean that you would think that a gelatinous cube is just moving here.
Sorry, it was actually a Roomba. We didn't actually know this about her.
Clerical Roomba. We need some art of that at some point. Just it's fine. It's fine. They're fine. They've got this.
Everything's good.
A Sari
Yeah.
Roomba. Yeah, I love it.
I mean, it could be something terrifying like a spider, so thank God it's not that in there. Just a zombie. Perfect.
Oh, God.
John's gonna
Foreshadowing.
glare down at the corpse and squeeze his weapon one more time, and then start walking after them. All right. I guess there's only one place left to check.
Sad, don't you think? I mean, so what? They were servants in love with each other, and then why couldn't they be together?
Not sure.
As the letter stated, it says that when Margaret had disappeared, he didn't know what to do with himself.
She disappeared, but she's right here. I mean, we saw her body.
So
Her ghost.
the child is her child. Their
Must
child.
be. It could be. I'm unsure. She wasn't dressed like a noblewoman, like a woman who would own this house, but I don't understand why they'd keep a nursery for a servant. It just doesn't make sense.
You know, perhaps behind this locked door we'll find out.
Hopefully we'll get our answers. Yes.
Right. Right.
So, if you're gonna make to open the door, Carla, then John's gonna essentially ready an action to do exactly what he was talking about earlier, and like sort of push you back away from the door if there's something threatening that comes out.
There is an option here of I go invisible, open the door, check what's inside, and nothing will know that I'm in there, while you two wait to see if there's anything that will attack us.
I am very open to options at this particular moment myself. John? It's dust.
Sorry,
the dust
yeah,
has
the
really
dust
got
is
him.
getting me.
His haste.
I mean, if you
had a great restoration, so
if you feel comfortable doing this, I've seen you can hold your own in a fight, but if you want to do this, I'll back you up.
Thank you. I will call if I get in serious fucking shit, so you know to come in and help me. But it might help to scope out the room before whatever's in there finds us as much as we find it, if something is in there. Okay. So I'm going to gesture for them to sort of wait on this side of the hallway by these two doors, so that they have options to sort of like block themselves in if anything comes out. And I'm going to take the sheet off Boo as Boo disappears, and I'm going to sort of like fold it sort of over my hand, and as I do, the like purple swirls around it and sort of starts covering my whole body as I cast invisibility on myself with my, spellcasting tools back.
Right?
Yes,
You are now effectively invisible.
Now invisible, yes. And I'm going to take the key, and as quietly and stealthily as I can, I'm going to try and open the lock and creak the door open to get inside.
Wouldn't it be great if the key would actually fit this padlock, right? It does.
That's so funny.
It opens the door. I'm borderline considered like, maybe I should not. It opens the door. You opened it up, right?
Just a little bit, just a crack to peer inside.
Right. Carla, peering inside this room, what you see immediately touches you because you're looking at a children's bedroom. Inside the children's bedroom are two very unkept beds, moldy, disturbed, not looking too great. Where two windows once were, it seems that there's two layers of bricked up area. The windows have been bricked up. There's a dollhouse in one corner of the room, and in the other side of the room there is a big chest. But what immediately strikes you is the fact that in the middle of the floor you see two skeletons lying, cradling each other, wearing tattered but familiar clothing.
They're children. I'm going to go inside and across the room and sort of try to peer a little bit closer to see if I can really make out the fact that this is those children.
Yep. How do you want to do that?
So as the door sort of creaks open, she's going to slip inside, still invisible. Not trying to push it open further or anything like that, just trying to use her small frame to shimmy within.
Okay. And how do you want to assess that these bodies are indeed the children? Like, what are you going to do?
I'm going to tiptoe sort of closer and kind of lean down and really look at the stuffed animal in one of its arm, one of the boy's arm, to see if I remember it from when I tried to take it from Thorn earlier.
It seems to be the same one.
Oh goodness. Looking further out the room, I'm going to move closer to the dollhouse and sort of peer within.
The dollhouse itself seems to be a complete and perfect replica of the dreary edifice that you find yourself in right now. It is a complete replica of the house that you're standing. complete with windows, levels. You can look into it and see rooms. It looks really nice. Do you want to peer inside?
Yes.
Give me a perception check.
That'll be a 7.
Right. It's a dollhouse, but it's really well made.
And does it open up? Is it like, can I see the different levels within itself?
Do you want to try?
Yes.
Okay.
I want to see if there's any rooms we missed.
You can indeed like lift the levels off, like sort of like a construction set, so you can look inside of it. And as you do, you hear behind you a very soft whoosh of air. And near both of the beds, 2 very small ghosts appear in a very ghostly form. And they both look very, very familiar, for these are now separate, the 2 children that you encountered downstairs. And they look at you, and Rose starts first and says, "I don't like it when you touch our toys. They're ours."
They can see me. They know where I am.
Yes.
Okay, shit! Get in here! Get in here! Shit! Get in! I fucked up!
I'm going to uninvisible myself. No, there's no point.
All right. She's staring at you. And she's staring at the rest of you as well.
Oh.
Hi.
Hey.
What's going on in here?
This is
The
our
children,
bedroom.
John.
Children from outside?
Yes.
We haven't been outside. We haven't been outside in years. Are you here to... Are you here to defeat the monster?
Yes. That's why we come. Do you know what it is?
Because it's somewhere in our house. We can hear it. When we sleep, we can hear it. It sounds very scary.
And you lead us to it?
We're not allowed to leave the room. Mommy and Daddy said that we should stay here.
Not even if you hold my hand? I'm going to reach out my hand for one of them to take.
Do you actually touch their hand, or do you just reach for them to allow to take your hand?
I reach for them to allow to take my hand.
All right. You see that they do sort of like a jerking back motion. Say, "No, we're not allowed to."
Who's your parents? What are the names?
I know this. Mr. and Mrs. Durst. I forgot the first name. I'm sorry.
Mom and Dad.
They said we shouldn't give out their names to strangers.
Exactly. Yeah. Mom and Dad.
Dad? Oh.
I believe Dad was. I believe his father was John, but.
John?
Fred Durst.
Don't look at me.
Could also be. Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay.
I can Google it. I can really look it up if you want to. But I forgot.
Okay.
Just one of those days. Anyway.
One of
The
those
Somebody will get it.
bullshit.
If you're following along on YouTube or on Twitch, please feel free to add this to the comments. What do you think the names of their parents are?
Yes, I'll keep it silent for now. You guys can do it.
There you go.
John and
Perfect.
John and Jean.
To choose your own adventure.
According to Doom. That's really funny. Okay. Okay.
You said your mommy and daddy won't let you leave the room?
Yes. We're safe here. We should stay here. This is where it's safe.
Oh, it is safe in here. Definitely.
Yes.
I mean, I see. Do you see all of the scrolling on the walls where the monsters can't come in? Can you see that?
You see them looking around very slowly and looking back at you like,
Oh, you can hear it.
no?
Oh, yes. It's, I'll just point to the wall. All here along the wall and all up the door, there are all kinds of arcane scrolls. No monsters could come in here. Certainly. So you're very safe in here. You shouldn't be scared.
Okay.
Do you know where this monster is? You told us about this monster earlier. That's why we came in here. You told us to come in or help you with the monster that your parents had left. How are you here? How are you?
We haven't been outside. We haven't been outside in years. We died in here.
What?
Why did you die?
We didn't get anything to eat. We were very hungry.
We're going to have to... Carla, we're going to have to put these children to rest. At some point.
Yes. Can you... Their bodies are here. Can you not perform a burial rite or anything? I mean...
Unfortunately, I don't have the supplies to perform the full ceremony, and even if I did, if there's still something in this place, it might be too dangerous to perform. If I get distracted, it won't work. We'll be back to help you, but we need to go find whatever this thing is. I still don't understand.
Leave. You can't leave.
What do you mean
Why?
we can't leave?
We want to stay here, and with you, we want to play.
You.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
We need to. You said there's something out there, a monster. We need to, if we can find it and do something about it, then the danger will be gone.
You could even play outside.
But we want to play with you first.
I'm sorry. We're adults and we need to go do some adult things. You children stay in here. You'll be safe. Play with your toys. And we're going to go and try to maybe, I don't know, find your parents?
I sense a certain assertiveness in the way you're talking. Is that correct, John?
Yes.
All right. Okay. With your saying that, Thorn reacts to the way you're talking and he says, "No, you should stay here." And I need you to roll a charisma saving throw for me.
Alrighty. Oh, well, I dropped the
I
die.
had a mosquito land on my microphone, so that's cool.
I'm going to use another die because my other one just rolled way the hell underneath my table. So, all right, let's roll that one.
That roll, yes.
All right, I got a 14 plus 5, being an awesome paladin. 19.
Right. You sense that Thorn is really angry with you, but otherwise...
John's getting a little bit frustrated now. He's going to come further into the room, not necessarily where he's actually at, but like past Carla, essentially. We lost somebody.
Yes. Oh, there she is.
Oh no. Okay, yeah. Sorry, everybody. We're all in the wrong places. It will be back in just a moment.
There we go.
Oh, Snapcam, no! Snapcam, no!
Oh no!
Come on, technical difficulties.
We're not even gonna cut away to another screen. We're just gonna chill out here with you guys. How are you guys enjoying this night?
See, this is what happens when you meddle with ghosts.
See, yeah, I mean, you said I needed to do a save. Apparently, Marissa needed to do a save because she's gone.
Dunzo.
Uh-oh.
Oh no! Drunky is now the game master. That is a recipe for disaster.
Very dangerous. Yep.
All right, everybody.
This is dangerous.
We're doing this. Suddenly, a Tarask approaches.
You can't see me, but I am a disembodied voice creeping into all of your ears.
You turn into a ghost.
Yes.
Carla, the Marissa Bard.
Ooh, spooky.
Just showing off my my hand. I'm showing my hand.
The weapon is so cool though. Like, dude.
Yes.
For those of you that were wondering, by the way, Drunky made his weapon completely by himself. With you did styrofoam, wasn't it?
Styrofoam, acrylic paint, some glue and toothpicks and a whole lot of hope.
Quite so.
Or despair.
Well, yeah.
Considering
So
the
we had this. We'll go into more details of it more later. But yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I love it.
Considering. By the way, I'm so down to drop kick these children. I'm so down.
Yeah, John's kind of getting enough of this. He senses something just happened. He just feels a lot of anger, and he's gonna try to put his foot down, be like, "All right, this is happening, children. And I understand that you're scared, but we'll wait."
Oh look, I'm John.
John, you suddenly look way more charismatic. I don't know what you did.
He's pretty charismatic.
I don't know. I don't know what's up. This has never happened to me before, ever. I don't know.
But what's going on?
Is the webcam kind of being no?
No, I don't know. My webcam is just not working.
We saw a snap cam for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to change it. I tried to restart. I tried to do all the things. I don't know.
Like you restarted your computer as well?
I didn't restart my whole computer. No.
We're gonna go for a short break, and you guys can listen to our great character intros.
We'll be right back.
We'll see you in just a moment.
Carla Lalacott, paranormal investigator, writer for the Violet Gazette and unwilling detective. Pleasure to meet you. Now, I believe you asked a question about my first investigation. Oh, I was but a child, 20 at most, when my dear friend, Lavender Cobblepot's sister, went missing. Lavender went to every authority in our village, every adult she could, and none of them would listen to her. Typical of authority types, you'll find. And suspicious types. See, it wasn't the first time a girl had gone missing under such circumstances. And if it weren't for Lavender's love of her sister, or my brilliant mind, I'm afraid it wouldn't have been the last. When Lavender approached me, I began digging into local legends, official records, and even began bribing elders for tales, until the truth reared its ugly head. A century ago, a terrible beast began prowling the woods nearby. Hairy and horrific, it stalked in the night, attacking watchmen in our quaint village. The attacks became more frequent until one day they just stopped. On that same day, Lara Frumplehop's hut on the outskirts of the village closed its doors to never open them again. Miss Frumplehop was the village witch that century, but after she disappeared, no other witch claimed her place. Instead, every 20 years, a young girl from the village would wander into the hut in the dead of night, never to be seen again. A witch, a beast, and the ritualistic disappearance of young girls, put two and two together. Clearly it was a curse placed by the vengeful witch during her dying moments so that no other witch would take her place. The only thing left was for Lavender and I to head to the hut, rescue her sister, and break whatever curse the place held. But this theory was proven to be false. The reality was much grimmer, and much more interesting. The witch had become a ghostly figure, luring young girls into the hut where the sleeping beast was contained. The girls were food to keep the beast sleeping. Sacrifices to protect the majority, according to the spectre of Miss Frumplehop. Sacrifices are stupid, in my opinion. Young girls shouldn't be murdered to justify an end goal of peace. This mystery, and this horror, sat under everyone's noses for years because of the complacency of the average mind. I became enamored with mysteries that day. How did the case end? Oh, rather simply. We found Lavender's sister missing a limb or two, but alive, slit the sleeping beast's throat and burned down the hut to free Miss Frumplehop's spirit. Standard practice in paranormal investigation, as I've come to find. Since that day, I've wanted nothing more than to investigate every paranormal disappearance, every unexplained mystery in the world. I need to know the truth. But bills need to be paid, and ghost hunting equipment is quite expensive, so I work for the Violet Gazette as a writer, penning my cases when I can, and I've seemed to have gotten mixed up in quite a bit of police work as well, although it's not really my cup of tea. Now though, I think I'm approaching my biggest case yet.
It all goes back to family, I suppose. When my brother died, my family's honor died with him. I never really cared for duty or prestige when I was younger. James was always expected to take up the Barenthal mantle. I was more of an afterthought. I never minded. It let me enjoy the warmth of the sun and the company of my schoolmates. But when James failed to return, it suddenly fell to me. The warmth of the sun turned into the cold stone floor of a life.
And we're back.
Awesome.
I'm no longer the game master. I've been collectively voted out after I tried to spawn a Tarrasque under the house. Apparently that's not okay.
Yes.
It was a funk.
Yes. It wasn't us, by the way, that voted you down. It was the house, just so you know. So,
right.
Where were we?
So John's going to sort of...
Yeah, you assertively said that you were going to leave.
Right. So I said that, and then they, like, Thorn basically yelled at me, and I felt this like almost rage. It was weird. And John's gonna he's done with this. He's gonna sort of stalk forward. He's not standing on the bodies, but he's standing like in front of Carla and looking at both of them, and he's saying, children, you're staying here. We're going to face this monster. We're going to go make this house safe. Stay here, play with your toys, but we have to leave now. And he's gonna
Go ahead.
He's going to be a little bit intimidating, not make the strike or anything, but he's trying to make like threaten a little bit.
Give me an intimidation roll, but with disadvantage.
Got it. I probably should have used that time to go get my what? Wow, saddest disadvantage ever. I got a 5 and a 1, so it doesn't even matter what I got.
No.
My voice cracks as I say that. Like, we're going to this now.
I'm sorry, buddy. You're just not that scary. However, they do hear what you're saying, and Rose points at the house and she says, have you looked at the house? She sees that, like, you've taken the top off, right?
I think she's talking to Carla?
Yeah.
I didn't get the pleasure as you scared the shit out of me. But let me look at the house. And I turn to sort of look at it. What's inside?
I'm going to allow you another perception check.
Oh, exciting.
Yeah.
That is not a D20. Over there. Okay. Oh! I thought that was a good number, but it wasn't. Okay, that is a 12.
That is enough, actually. So, looking at the house, looking at the house, you only needed the 12. So, looking at the house, you see how well detailed this is. Like, even almost down to the furniture, it's realistic. And there's little doors here and there and little windows. But there's one thing that strikes you as odd, and that is the fact that on the level that you're currently looking at, because you just lifted the roof off, on the level that you're looking at right now, there is one extra door that you didn't see when you were walking around here. And that door seems to be in the room with all the sheets covering the furniture. In the top left corner, a door is displayed in this house that you didn't see by yourself, but supposedly there's a door there.
I think we should go and really have a look at everything in the house to make sure the monster's not creeping up on us right as we speak.
You don't want to stay and play?
You know, I think we could all play and look for the monster as well, but in a very fun way. But we play hide and seek.
I like that! And you can make a charisma saving throw.
Oh, fun. Okay. It's a 7.
Yeah, that's an So Rose takes you up on your offer, and she plays hide and seek with you. She flies towards you and disappears. Carla, you have this strange sensation that you feel a little bit more full than what you was. Almost as if there's someone extra in there with you. And for the time being, you gain an extra trait, which is I like being in charge and I get angry when other people tell me what to do. You've been possessed by a ghost.
This is her best day ever.
I can imagine.
Does she have any consciousness while she's in her own body?
To a very minimal degree. She's basically just piggybacking off of you, but she does lend you one of her traits. That is the one thing that you can notice that she's in there.
Oh. Hello.
Are you? He saw her like rush forward and disappear, right?
Oh yeah, if like this is like someone running into someone else and then just disappearing.
Carla, are you all right?
Yes. We should play with
Where did she go?
the kids here.
Where did Rose go?
I think she's in here.
And I point at my head.
God. Oh, Saloon, save us.
I mean, I have plenty of ghosts up here, usually. That's where all my tales come from, my powers. This is a new sensation.
Okay. So you were saying something about a finding the thing, going and finding this, or where are we going?
Yes.
What are we looking for?
If you look at this wonderful little dollhouse, there seems to be a room there. Do you see it? But I don't. Am I compelled by her to not want to leave this room?
No. As a matter of fact, you feel rather freely to move around the house. It's just,
Oh.
you do feel that sensation when you get close to, say, balconies and whatnot. You really want to stay in this house.
Yes, and we could go look at this room and see what's in this room. And we could just explore all of the house. And I mean, there's so much here. Oh, we should just stay here forever and ever and ever and just explore and explore and explore. Yes?
Sarah, what do you find of all this?
I don't know. I think she's just watching and trying to figure out what's going on. She's just like looking at John. She knows what John's thinking.
Sorry, he's gonna sort of lean closer and goes, I don't know anything about possessions or ghosts, or that she said there's a ghost inside of her. What do you make of that?
I'm going to she seems happy about it, right? Like Carla seems pleased as punch.
I imagine so, yeah. Right, Carla?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Without a doubt, this is delightful. I mean, now, actually, this revealed one room here, but what if we take off the next one and I remove the next layer to see if we missed any rooms in the bottom floor?
No. The rest seems pretty explored in comparison to what you've seen so far.
Yes, so that room should lead somewhere, and that should be fun. And we can find the beast, maybe slay the beast, or like make friends with it. We don't know. Do you want to come, Thorn?
I just want to play with you guys.
Yes.
Thorn turns to Casario and says, can you read me a story? I want you to read me a story.
Do you know what? Yes, I know a story, Thorn. Would you like to hear it?
Yes?
Great. I'm going to touch my hand out to Carla. I'm going to cast Protection from Evil and Good.
Oh, hang on.
Which I think should be protection from undead. If I'm not mistaken.
Yes. Yeah, and that's why I'm quickly looking like if that actually just pulls the ghost out or not. One moment.
Oh, that's cool.
That's epic.
Can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. Yeah, targets can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed.
Yeah, but this, if you already possess it, it pulls the ghost out. Like, I'll rule it like that. Sure. So.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, once upon a time, there was a princess. And the princess loved her mother very much. But her mother was taken from her by an evil prince. And she really wanted to find the evil prince. So she found her way into a haunted mansion where she met two adorable little children. And she really wanted to save them, but she couldn't. So what she did was she and her friends left, and I'm gonna like signal for them to, and they went all over the house trying to figure out how they could save the two sweet, adorable little children. And I'm just trying to, like, as they go out, I'm just trying to, like, close the door behind me and as I finish the rest of the tale.
Are we allowed to move in this time to sort of, like, back out of the door?
Oh, yeah, you two
that's
can.
what I'm signaling.
You two can. You can
guys
fully leave. I'm just wondering what to do with Casario here. Because I like it. Very creative approach. Good use of a spell.
Yeah, that was awesome.
When in doubt, D6. D6 me.
D6. All right. Which one? 5.
5. You make it. Yeah, it's very creative, but like this spell sort of like does put the children back a little bit. So yeah, you can. So you close the door, lock it again.
Yeah.
Oh, that was awesome.
Locked and safe.
That's amazing.
Well done.
That was I didn't even think that was so cool. That was so awesome.
I'm not a sentimental type, but they're children, so to figure out how to at least release them or something. Are you all right, Carla?
It feels lighter in here now. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I was totally possessed, right? You saw that?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I've never happened before. Oh, it's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll have to document all of this. This is going to make my readers go nuts. Your mother will love this, John. I think your mother will love this.
I think she'll like it better if it has a happy ending.
Oh, we'll free the children, as Casario said, and that did show me a new room that we didn't explore. We could possibly find the altar that this letter before that we found was talking about. Maybe break whatever curse is on this place, on the Durst family and the home.
I suppose. Where was the other room? You said there was another one. I didn't see it in the...
Come with me, and I start kind of dragging them back towards the room with all the cloths in it.
As you start moving, Thorn pops his head like right through the door. He's a ghost after all. And he looks at Casario and he says, "You are going to come back and play with us, right?"
Of course. Yeah, I just have to figure out the rest of the story first. I'm at the part in the story where I told you. Now I have to go figure out the rest of the story, and then I'll come back and tell you.
Okay. But you better come back.
I will.
Okay. And
Goodbye.
So cool.
The padlock is really not necessary on that door, as it turns out.
They're very ghosty.
Sorry, unless you want to continue making new friends, you might want to come over here.
Nope, all right, I'm sorry. I'm right behind you.
All right.
I didn't like children. You handled that remarkably well.
Yeah, well, life or death circumstances,
Yes. Okay. So this is where it showed me where the door was, right? This place,
100%.
or was it over here?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
No, that's exactly the wall that you pointed at. Yep.
I'm going to dart towards there and try to figure out what's happening with the door. Like really, like press my hands into whatever's happening on the wall.
So when you touch the wall, you notice that there's a crevice that sort of feels like a door handle in the wall here.
Open. Unless it's a pull.
Oh, it pulls open. So I'll allow that. I'm not gonna be a bugger about that just yet. It opens and it reveals a spiral staircase. The spiral staircase goes down.
Are we ready to descend?
Looks like we don't really have much other option aside from just leaving the place, but we still need to deal with what's ever in here. I can take the lead if you want, but if you want to scout, I don't know.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
What if it's another broom?
What if it's some more children? Oh wait, you actually handled those pretty well. Never mind.
Yeah. Go on. Yes, you go
all right.
fast. I'm gonna make Kala go fast at you.
Yeah, you're a big target.
can't.
It's good.
So I just imagine I went into there and started descending.
Right. So you're not being
Follow
swept
behind you.
away by Casariel's prowess. That's fine.
I'll go after. We'll sandwich Carla.
I feel quite comfortable in this position.
Is that a term that I don't realize is?
No,
I meant-
no. It's a silly
Struggling.
image. It's a silly image
No.
in my head.
Okay.
That's cute.
We'll
Alright.
bookend Carla, or is that not better?
No,
That's worse.
it was just a silly, like
Wait,
regardless of how-
culturally, you can tell which term is worse. Where? Listen, Carla's
You
gonna
want
go
to
to bed.
safeguard Carla in between
Yeah,
the both
we're-
of you.
Making sure she's safe.
I'll take point and you
Yes.
take I'll take point and you bring up the rear. I know how much.
Shall we move on?
Yeah,
Shall we descend down into the creepy fucking basement?
let us
Yes.
descend.
So
Aye,
you
aye.
move down, and your tokens aren't correctly placed over here, but you move down, and you move down, and you
We're back on the
move
first floor.
down,
Oh, okay.
and you move down. Like your tokens are not in the
Right,
position,
right,
you're
we're-
still
we're
on the
over
spiral
here.
staircase over there, and you move down.
Upper. Oh God.
No.
And you end up where the spiral staircase stops. You end up in a very dark, rather damp hallway that seems to be completely made of just packed dirt and some rocks. And I can't call it roughly hewn because it isn't made of completely of stone, but it's roughly dug out underneath the house, it seems. It is a very small hallway that you're standing in, and that immediately ends in a T section that goes both north and south. It is eerily dark here and eerily quiet, save for one thing, and that is that very, very far away, you can hear something that sounds like a chant almost.
That
Unsettling.
doesn't sound good.
You hear the sound continuously, but very far away.
Which side of us is where the staircase ended?
The staircase is where Carla is standing right now.
Okay. I imagine I'm standing in the T.
So
intersection.
Carla isn't sandwich storybook ended story in between you guys. I'm a guy for continuation.
right,
Let's just switch that around. There
Can,
we go.
can you see when it's dark, Carla?
Not well.
Okay. And I know you can't. Humans and all. I will take the lead. And because I can see in the dark without having to light anything, I'm just gonna take a look at the T section. I'm gonna take a look at the other side, and just try to figure out which way we should go.
I may not be able to see, but I can get a pretty good idea of what's around me. Just not too far out.
I think now is the time. Yeah.
Now is the time?
I mean, I don't know. Just wait 1 minute.
Oh, yeah.
Let me just
By
take a
all
look
means.
around.
And he'll back away so she can move forward.
All right.
All right, so I'm going to take a look down the T, both sides, and then if there's anywhere to look over here, I'll look over there too.
What's your range? Or can you just completely see normal?
300.
Yeah, okay. That just I had a hunch like it was 300 with you, right? But yeah, it was. Okay.
Twilight clerics, man. Awesome.
All right.
Amazing.
So you look both ways of the T.
I look with my ASMR eyes.
What do your elf eyes see, Legolas?
Do they glow like flash lamps?
They're
Yeah.
purple actually usually, but she uses thaumaturgy to make them look normal, in social situations, so people aren't uncomfortable. Usually.
Of course.
So you take that off. Amazing.
So looking both sides of the T section, it seems like it's a very long hallway towards the south and a relatively short hallway to the north, curving into curving around. And there's a couple of sideways here and there.
All right. And how about the other side to the left here?
Oh, you can't see that. That's a wall. I'm sorry.
Okay, so there's nothing to the left. It's only that way.
Yeah, it's just a spiral staircase that ends down here, and you can only go one way to the T section.
It looks like Casario's unable to move forward.
Is that so? Well, we're going to fix that.
That'll work.
Okay, now I can see. I can see now.
Yep.
Great. All right. I'm gonna turn
I can
around.
see
Looks
clearly.
like you can go either way. Really, I don't know. I don't see anything other way. So, do you want to start left and then go right?
Yes, I
Okay.
suppose so. And he's gonna, so he'll follow her.
I'll look in the
We'll
room.
follow her. Looking around the corner, you see another bit of hallway with a descending staircase that, from where you are standing, ends into a room with a table, a couple of chairs, and some playing cards.
So I'm gonna have like grabbed onto John's shoulder because he can't
Yep.
see. Looks like just an empty room this way. Table, playing cards again.
He'll relay this to Carla and just say there's just looks like a bunch of playing cards in the room down there.
We check it out fully.
Yeah.
We still haven't found your armor, John. And this seems to be some serious cult shit.
That's a good point.
Can I just peek in this room right here, over John's shoulder, and see
Oh, yes, you can.
what's going on in there?
Peeking in there, it seems it is a very small hallway that leads again into a T section.
All right, this room first.
Is there any form of candle or anything that I can potentially use to light up?
Nothing whatsoever. Now that you're standing here, however, Casariel, I am going to give you a little bit more. Let's see. There we go. And there we go. The room seems to extend a little bit further than just the table. There seems to be a couple of side ways from here. And there's a couple of wooden beams that are trying to hold up the structure, you would imagine. All empty, just packed dirt, nothing more.
I'll touch the candle and just cast light on it, so it's kind of dim-ish.
There is no candle here.
Oh, well then I'll just touch whatever this is sitting on the table. Oh, the cards? There's cards and that's it?
Playing cards, and there's a couple of goblets.
Okay, I'll cast it on the goblet, so it
Sure.
seems as though it's candle.
That you can. All right.
He'll look around now and just see the sort of dirty, dingy state, and he's like, "This looks like a scoundrel or a thieves' den or something. Someplace that this doesn't look like a normal hideaway." Start walking over
Can we
here.
quickly think about what we've learned so far? Did Carla read to us the letter that we found in the library? Did she read that out loud?
Yes,
Okay.
you did, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
What did that letter say again? Will you read that again, Carla?
Of course. And I pull it out. And I start reading it, which, if you would like to do, word for word.
The letter from Strahd.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to grab that, but sure I can. One moment.
Sure, I can.
Sure I can. Like a true DM, I'm very prepared. So I
No,
should have known
this
this
is
was gonna
good.
pop up at some point.
No worries.
I will have it post haste. Why don't you explore a little bit more while I grab the letter?
I just
Carla.
want to say, while we're walking down, as we sort of pass this and I see that there's more, and we come down here and I see there's more, I'm going to actually backtrack to the stairs, pull out my notebook, and rip out a page of it and start ripping tiny little pieces and sort of leaving them like a breadcrumb
Whoa.
down so that I know where we've been.
Freaking smart.
And if
yeah.
anything
Very cool.
disturbs it when we go back.
Now that
Just
you've
think
all
about that
gathered
scene from
around this
Labyrinth
table-
where the guy comes out of the ground. He's like, waka waka. And he like turns it around, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you pull the letter out. You want to read it like in full again?
Yes.
Sure. The letter says, "My most pathetic servant, I am not the Messiah sent to you by the dark powers of this land. I have not come to lead you on a path of immortality. However many souls you have bled on your hidden altar, however many visitors you have tortured in your dungeon, know that you are not the ones who brought me into this beautiful land. You are but worms writhing in my earth. You say that you are cursed, your fortune spent. You abandoned love for madness, took solace in the bosom of another woman, and sired a stillborn son. Cursed by darkness, of that I have no doubt. Save you from your wretchedness? I think not. I much prefer you as you are, your dread lord and master, Strahd von Zarovich."
I'm no investigator, but we can piece things together now, yes?
Yes. This
Oh.
is some weird fucking shit.
I was waiting for some mention of a windmill. I thought that's what you were talking about.
There's a dungeon. The mention of the dungeon?
Yeah.
Oh,
The altar and the bleeding.
yes.
Say that, John? No?
No, I heard. I
You
just.
and I both know, but yeah. So I think we should follow the sound of the chanting to the altar. Maybe.
Did the chanting get louder as we went this way in the tunnel?
Hard to tell. It's just a very muffled sound that you hear in the background.
Could be illusions again, though.
Could be. Every noise that we've heard has not been anything real.
Hope Stoker's doing okay.
He's probably fine.
Or Pause. I forget what we named him.
Stoker.
So, I guess you want to try the first entryway here.
Very well.
You gonna step back and let Casario take the lead again.
And I do.
Right. Which one do you want to go into?
Just the one to the left of me here.
Seems to be a hallway that curves around again.
Frustrating. All right.
That's maybe one of those dungeons.
Who designed this dungeon anyway? Doing its purpose very well.
Wasn't me actually. This is just
Being
this is the actual
mysterious.
as you walk around, seems to be that the hallway extends all the way down, and it leads into some form of a room because you can see hints of a wooden beam up there, further down to the south.
There's so many doors, do you know? Like, we just want to commit to this way.
I mean, we can check the other doors before we start going down. Is it long? Is it a far ways?
It's about 60 feet, give or take, and maybe 4.
Well, I guess we can explore.
entranceways.
We can explore this room back here a little bit more thoroughly. He's just going to sort of stand in the middle and let them sort it out. They're better at this than he is.
All right.
The chanting's not louder or softer.
No, it's everywhere. So it must be coming from somewhere, but it's so hard to pin.
Okay. Carla, this is really more your specialty. Do you have any recommendations?
If I was doing this alone, I would be invisible and running through this place as quickly as possible to find what I could. But we do have to work with each other to make sure that we all are safe as we journey. So this is unfamiliar for me. But I think the best thing to do is to clear every area we're in before we move forward, so that we know there's nothing waiting for us when we try to go back.
Agreed.
Right.
It's not tactically
Alright, well
sound to
then-
leave an enemy in your six or rear. Or whatever.
Not even a broom?
It was secured.
I'm just gonna turn as he's talking and go back down here. This is as far west as I know, so. And because we've gone through so many places and there's not like danger everywhere, I'm just gonna cast light on John's weapon so they can also both see.
We'll hold it up.
Sure, I'll allow that. That's going to be
Gatekeeper.
so much easier.
Yeah.
All right, so you walk into the next room, which seems to be a rather large room held up by beams, and in the middle, you see that there is a large stone cistern. Not a well, it's a cistern. A wooden bucket hangs on top of it, and you see around the room, you see a whole lot of openings. They're not doors; they're just hallways, like little openings.
I'm going to take a bit of the soap that I pocketed and kind of grab my dagger and chip a bit off and toss it down into the well or cistern to gauge sort of the deepness, whether or not something will come out and attack as soon as something hits the water, that kind of thing.
It doesn't take too long. You hear like a thunk, blunch. So it goes down a little bit, but there's water down there apparently, or at least a fluid.
Yeah. Okay, then I am. One moment. Still kind of learning how spells work.
All good.
No
Take your
problem.
time.
Okay. So then I'm going to, hearing that it's not that deep, I'm going to send my mage hand down to retrieve the bit of soap and bring it back up.
Okay. Roll me a d6.
Oh. 6.
As your mage hand retrieves the soap, you hear underneath the water a bit of a sound. Sounds metally.
And when I pull it up and look at the soap, is the liquid colored on it or anything like that, or is it just
Yeah. Seems to be water.
water? Okay. I'm just gonna let it kind of the skeletal hand sort of just sets the soap gently on the side of the well before descending back into the earth.
What was that sound? It sounded like metal on metal.
Like chains?
Hmm.
Did it sound like chains?
It sounded like metal rubbing on metal, like a whole bunch of metal rubbing on a whole bunch of metal.
Should I send it back down to try and pull whatever's down there?
I want to hold the lit weapon over so it goes down into the well and look down.
Yep. You see that the well is, you would assess anywhere between 50 to 100 feet deep, but anywhere about 30 feet deep is where the water line starts. At the water line, as if it's floating, you see that there is a chain armor just floating there. It has a crescent moon on it.
It looks like my armor. How is it? My armor's very heavy. I don't know if it would. Should we send down the bucket? I would like very much.
Is it
to
more
get
than
that back.
10 pounds?
Probably. I think so. Actually,
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
That's
It's,
what
Which I
say.
can't do that.
no, it's pretty heavy.
Hmm.
We can try to.
Let's think about this.
If I send down the bucket, do you think there's a way we could try to get it on? I have no idea. I'm not going down there. I don't think you should go down there either. He points right at Carla. It's like, you're not going down there that well.
I'll go down there.
Fish!
How far down is it? 30 feet?
Yeah.
No.
To the water line.
There's no need
right.
to send a person down there.
Does the bucket look like it would hold me? My dainty.
This is the part where DMs chooses
Right.
next words very carefully.
Does it? Do
Of
I look
course.
fat in this, DM? Do I look fat in this outfit that I'm wearing?
Wow.
Okay, great.
I think that's an
So
intimidation
yeah, I
check
like.
right there.
I'm
Yeah, it
just
is.
gonna hold my hand out. I rolled a natural 20 on that. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, funny.
Teeny tiny. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna hold my hands out down so we can like lift me in there, and I'm just gonna like sit on the bucket and hold it.
Does the rope look
I'll be fine.
taut? Does it look? Actually,
That is a very good question. However, she said that she's already stepping into the bucket, so just give me a.
Can I say, hang on, and I'm gonna pull out a rope from my backpack. Can we at least do this safely? Oh, damn it. Okay.
She's really like she was very executive in that. So, give me my favorite die. Give me a D6. I love D6.
A D6, you say?
Yeah.
5.
All right, it holds you. Yeah, as it should, of course, because like you weigh less than Carla. In fact, like of course.
Hey.
I mean, to tell you the
You're just making
Because
another
of all
enemy.
that random ghost shit that you have with you.
Mhm.
Oh yes, my pockets are just stuffed with bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah.
John turns to grab his rope to try to like make a harness, but he turns back around and she's already like descending in the bucket.
Yeah, Carla's like lowering me down. We don't need a damn man for this. Lower me down, Carla. We've got this.
Of course, I believe in you. You could probably hold the chainmail better than me anyway.
So if all goes well, as soon as I get close, I'm gonna like reach down, grab it, and then say, "Okay, take me back up."
And John is gonna pull her up at this point.
Awesome.
Carla thinks
All right.
she's doing it on her own.
That'll work
That's
then.
behind her doing.
And a good step in there, John, because I was about to ask for a strength check, but you'll be able to mention to do that. That's cool. All right, so it seems you have your chain back.
I'm gonna shake it.
All right,
off.
wet and soaking. I'm just gonna like put it right on him. All the like
Oh,
Slap
know.
it on there.
whatever's in it.
well, it's better than nothing, I suppose.
Right back over the side. All right.
I am equipping that as soon as possible, right away. Oh, thank God.
So much better.
This is insane. This is insanity.
Right.
All right. Well done. I suppose. Thank you for the brave, if somewhat dangerous, rescue mission.
Oh, don't mention it.
Okay.
Perhaps now you'll be braver with your armor back.
I do feel a little bit better. Yes, thank you. All right. I guess he's gonna basically follow you, Casario, holding the weapon up just so that light is there, but you're leading the way.
Okay, what do I see down this hallway here?
Oh yeah, you can look in there. Yes. It seems like you see a bit of a chest.
Ooh,
Oh,
a chest! I'm going to immediately run towards it to try and open it.
Walking in there, you see that there's also like what should be a makeshift bed. It's like a pallet with some straw and an attempt at making like a pillow. You want to open up the chest, right?
Yes.
All right. One moment. The chest is unlocked, by the way, so you can open it.
Delightful.
Let me just see. That is all right. In the chest, there is a black leather eye patch.
Oh, that's quite cool. I'm going to
Yes.
snatch it up.
What's even more cool is that on top of it, a carnelian is sewn on top of it, which seems rather expensive.
Yeah,
Oh, what?
Soon?
A carnelian. It's like a red gem.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's like a slightly more off-color ruby.
Is it like just sitting on the eye patch, or is it part of it?
It's sewn onto it, like it's part of, like it's this is like a very ornate eye patch.
I'm going to take it and sort of like hold it up across one of my eyes and be like, "Does it look good? Does it add to the outfit? Does purple and red go together? I don't really know."
You put it against your eye, yeah?
I just hold it kind of here. I don't actually put it
Okay.
against my eye.
No, okay, just asking.
Carla, I know it's exciting to see things that you can delve into or whatever, but you have to be careful about rushing into places. There's this whole place we've seen some of the things we've seen in here. I just be a little bit more careful, all right? Please.
While he's saying this, I began sort of tying it around my head.
All right. So now the eye patch is touching you, right?
Yes. And I kind of like, whoop, 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 whoop. Am I like a pirate?
You're
Arg.
yes.
Arg.
You're a.
Is your favorite letter the C?
He's gonna be just walking to the next doors.
I see.
Yeah. Where's the D4s?
I got a 2.
Yeah.
1.
Yeah.
You're right. Another 4. I hurt myself the most. This hurts me more than it hurts you guys.
Yeah. I flick it up so that it's just kind of resting on on my forehead, and as we continue on.
So the carnelian touches your skin now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Suppose it does. Cool.
You wanted to walk into the next room, John?
Do I see anything on either of these halls or? Yep.
Looking inside, you see a rather similar room. It's just like, it has like a little entrance area, but otherwise it's an attempt at a bed and a chest.
Carla, your favorite thing in the world is in here.
I love chests. I do love looking for clues or items or honestly anything. It's like a little treasure chest.
That was strange.
Half of it is like ghost hunting. The other half is dead people don't tend to need things. And I went to open the chest.
What are we all missing now? Just my journal? Anyone else missing anything?
I have everything.
I've got pretty much everything I had.
I'm missing my fucking cloak. I want my Ouija board back.
Your cloak was with the backpack. I'm so sorry, but it was part of that. Yeah.
She doesn't know that. She's still just very upset that she doesn't have it.
Yeah. Well, as a matter of fact, a part of like your ghost hunting equipment, you had like a chest with you, right?
Yes, 10 chests.
Yeah. So we'll just roll this in the chest. That's why you don't know.
Yeah. It's not a chest. It's a briefcase because she's a detective.
It's in the
I
briefcase.
love it. I love it.
Yeah. I forgot about that. Yes, her little briefcase. Okay.
He's gonna prepare. Just if anything goes awry, he's gonna try to protect her in some way.
Awesome. So you open up the chest?
Absolutely.
Yep. In the chest seems to be an ivory hairbrush with silver bristles. Looks expensive.
Look at this. You have quite long hair. You might like this. And I hand it to Casariel.
Whose do you think it was? You know what? No, it's a lovely gift. Thank you so much. I will cherish it.
Well, if nothing in this house seems to be alive, so what is the issue with taking things?
I'm just a little freaked out. I'm sorry. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, are you
Apologies.
worried about brooms coming back? Oh wait, that was me. Damn.
Sometimes I don't even have to try.
He holds up the weapon again to look through this door.
All right. Same thing applies. It is an area with some form of a bed.
After you.
Open that bitch.
Inside, you find a rather immaculate and unsullied silver short sword.
Short.
It's silvered.
Silver.
I'm going to pull it out. Sort of look at it. And I'm going to really inspect it. Is there any engravings on it or anything?
No. Well, I mean, other than just a decorative engravement. So if you're looking for any information on like what it is or whatever, not necessarily. Except for one thing, give me an investigation check on that. There's one thing I might want to share with you.
Okay, cool. Guess.
Natural.
Another one. That's
Oh, man.
Oh, this is so
DJ
exciting.
Khaled. Another.
Absolutely wrecking.
DJ, so that's 26. Just
So Other than the fact that this is indeed a silver short sword that you immediately recognize, there is engravings on this to just make it look really nice. This is more of like a ceremonial sword, although it has a very sharp edge, so it can be used in combat. In the hilt, you notice that there are engravings of a windmill.
Our new theme, our party's new theme, we're the windmills. We're the windmill tilters. So everything has to be windmill themed.
Coincidentally, and this is obviously nothing to do with it, but your DM for this session is Dutch, and the Dutch and windmills and all that. But
this is not John's
mighty windmills.
Screw saloon. We're going for windmills from now on.
That'll impart fear in our enemies.
Be killed with silver. Carla turns to John and Casariel. Oh, that's funny.
What?
What can be... There's a lot of silver things that we've encountered in this. This is silver now, and it's clearly meant to hurt, but what particularly being killed with silver?
Well...
Werewolves?
Shifters, for one.
Shifters, yes.
I seem to recall that they told me a lot about fighting undead or killing undead. Some things need exotic weapons. I never really would dealt with that.
I see.
It's just
keep
curious.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, specialized enemy comes in, and I'm going to... the magnifying glass is still in my bag, so that hold is still sort of like empty, and I'm going to just sort of sheath the sword through there.
Cool, perfect fit.
Does it have like a damage rating or anything?
It's just a normal short sword in terms of damage rating, unless you're going to use the fact that it's silver, in which case I will tell you.
Cool. Alrighty.
All right, same as before. Hold up the weapon and look through the door.
All right, where you're standing right now, you see that this is another bit of a hallway that is going to lead up.
Looks like... it looks like we actually... So he sort of makes a circuit around this place looking for doorways.
If you're looking around, you miss two doorways.
Yeah, so... Hey, it looks like this way is leading away and further. We should check all of the places in here. I imagine.
And say that Carla opens both of the chests.
All right. In the first chest, Carla, you find a pouch with 11 gold pieces and 60 silver pieces. The pouch itself is made of human skin.
Do I know this immediately? Or is this just a factoid that you have?
Just for comedic effect, you notice it as soon as you start twirling it.
I don't mention it to the other two and pocket it.
Cool.
Yeah, at this point, John
11
is basically
gold and what? Sorry.
11
Tell
gold
me,
and
11
what?
gold. And what?
Oh, sorry, it was 11 gold and 60 silver.
Amazing.
Yeah, at this point, John is sort of just standing at the doorway, not really... He's not sensing any danger, so he's not actually paying attention to what she's doing.
And in the second chest?
In the second chest, you find a folded piece of black cloth in which you can find 3 moss agates, which are green-ish, lime-colored gemstones. You would assess these are worth pretty much 10 gold pieces each.
Walk it up and continue moving.
Nice. All right, back down to here. All right, starting down the hallway.
Looking down the hallway, it seems that it also splits again. One path goes south, and the other path continues eastward.
All right. I'm going to step in and look both ways.
To the south, it seems that you have another large hallway leading down. And to your east, it seems it's a rather short hallway that is then start to curve.
All right. They both seem to go in the same direction. He's going to go ahead and go to the end and just look around the corner.
It's another curve. It's one of those dungeons.
I have 300 feet of dark vision. Fuck your dark vision. You can't see anything.
I have a light sword now.
I have a million corners.
Yeah, John 1 Kenobi with his light sword.
Young Padawan.
Which way do you guys want to go. This isn't really my forte. I'm not really super comfortable in underground spaces.
Can I see what's going on down here?
You have 300 feet, so it has a descending staircase that goes all the way down and then just curves around a little bit.
This looks like it just goes back towards sort of the room with the well-ish.
All right, if you want to go that way, I'll follow you. Which way do you want to go?
Why don't you two flip a coin and we go whichever way you want? You do that often, don't you?
You do seem to have a silver coin.
Moon rising.
All right, you got moonrise? All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I got a 1, so I'm just going to say you got it.
Beautiful. I don't really know what that means, but just go your way. We didn't really call what that means, but yeah, just go your way.
Here. He's going to hand you back the coin because
Thank you. This means I'm the boss for a while. Thank you. I'm just going to scooch past these two and just take the lead.
Splendid.
And go this way.
Walking into the next section, it seems that you are at another room. There's a large wooden table in the middle that has been all but destroyed, but it looks like it's like a large dining table. What's interesting about this room is that in the corners you see that there are moldy humanoid bones in piles in the corners of the room. On the south wall, there is a sort of like a darkened alcove. Oh, sorry, that's not south, by the way. That is east. This map has been turned around a little bit, so we're just going to judge it as east. So on the east, there's also like a darkened alcove.
Oh man. Okay.
Holding up the weapon, is there? What's in the middle of the room? Is there anything?
In the middle of the room is a large dining table with some benches next to it, and just a lot of like humanoid bones that are strewn about.
I'm gonna pop over to the pile of bones and start looking at them and looking for like teeth marks or anything that would have eaten these people.
Give me an investigation check.
Yeah, duck. You win some, you lose some. 13.
13. This seems to be the remnants of people eating. Yes.
Wait, the bones
I've been eating.
remnants of people eating? Like they...
This is like, it's a dining table in the middle of a room, and there's like piles on all sides, and like the way that the bones lie, it feels like people have like eaten things and they just thrown it.
So that...
But you don't see any discerning bite marks on it, so as to who or what has done this, you have no idea.
Okay. So I can't really... There's like no marks on the bones.
You
That
can't
kind of
really
thing.
tell.
Okay, never mind. Cool. Okay, interesting.
I'm gonna peek around into this east hallway right here. I think you said.
That is south. That is south. On the east, there's an alcove. On the south, there is another portal.
Great. So we're just doing the normal map thing. Yeah, south.
All right. So south is another porticulus. That's just goes into another bend.
Aha!
Aha! More corners.
Yes.
All right. I'll just take a peek in here.
All right. It is. Can you guess it?
Another corner?
Yeah.
What do I win? You win another corner! Yay!
Corner count. Put it in now.
Let's play the corner game. What do I find? A corner. What do you win? Another corner!
You guys want to go this way? Just making sure they're behind me.
Yeah.
All right.
John's kind of just looking furtively at the piles of bones, and he's visibly uncomfortable in this place.
Oh, probably not what you're thinking. It's probably not what you're thinking. Probably not. You know?
Probably what you're thinking. It's probably cannibals.
She seems pretty excited about that. Like, how does she seem about that?
Huh?
Excited? Freaked out?
Cannibals? I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. They're interesting. They usually their victims usually leave unfinished business, so they tend to create more ghosts. So that's quite fun.
That's what. Yeah, cannibals like
Encountering them now are not great.
I'm just gonna give John a look like
Also, Casario, in all fairness, because where you're standing right now, you can see down the hallway, and this is another hallway that extends all the way down there, with 2 sideways.
All right, I'll peek around, keeping this 3/4 cover here. I'll peek around one and then the other.
Right.
I'm going to use the hallway to my advantage.
Yeah.
Peeking around the corner, you see that on one side, there is a couple of stairs leading down to an area that you believe you've seen before from the other side.
Mm-hmm.
And looking towards the other side, like just standing from where you are, you just like do a peek around the corner, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. My oh my. What, pray tell, do you think you see there?
Another corner.
Another
Oh,
corner.
no. Oh.
I know what the name
You
of this.
actually got me.
This
I
You actually thought it was something else?
Yeah.
this episode
Yeah,
is going to be
that's my
the
bad.
case of the creepy corners or something like that. It's gotta be
All right.
First technical corners.
case of the cursed corners.
Okay. Can I see what's going on down here?
You see there, like you run into a wall over there.
Okay.
Right? Is that visible? Like, let me just clean that up a little bit more. But like, there's a wall there, as you can see.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yep. All right. Okay. I'm just gonna again.
Move back a bit.
Oh.
Move back a bit. There we go. Space. Right. So, as you move one step closer into this hallway, the ground around you starts moving. As in, something tries to claw up from the dirt around you, and no less than 3 ghouls make its way from the ground. And I'd say roll for initiative, but that's what we're going to do next week.
With no second level spells.
Oh.
I mean, I feel like we talked our way out of this. We have been
John, that's
like so far.
I'm open to persuasion.
Wow. Okay.
We're here for the cannibal eating altar party. Yes, by
Oh
the way,
Lord.
Cool.
Cool.
So,
Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy.
Yeah, thank you all for watching our last full session. The next one's going to last all of 10 minutes.
we might have a party wipe next time.
Let's get this TPK going.
Okay.
Fun. But I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as we enjoyed playing this for you, of course. Now, if you are on Twitch, so you're with us at this present moment while we are recording this, thank you so much for being here with our very first recording to Twitch. Technical difficulties abound, but we managed to pull through, and we promise you that we will improve as time goes on. Of course. That being said, if you're not watching it through Twitch, but you are watching it through YouTube, thank you so much for coming to our YouTube. Make sure that you subscribe, because we're going to be putting out a lot more episodes if they manage to get through this. Other than that, I'm
gonna say if you
should be back next week.
If you subscribe, like, and share this with all your friends, you win a fabulous prize, and it is another corner. Congratulations.
All right.
Remember,
these are
Thank
John's
you for
words, not
writing
mine,
the
so
corners.
you're gonna you're
I will
gonna have to
supply
make
the
a
corners.
lot of corners for people. Yeah.
all right, like, share, subscribe,
We're gonna
please.
give out
It
corners.
really does help us. We're trying to create a show that brings entertainment to people, and you guys are the most amazing tool that can help spread that entertainment to as far and wide as possible. And we'll try to be here for you each and every week. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, guys. We'll see you next week, and until then, have a good week.
Bye.
Ta-ta.